All right, let's see what they're talking about. Does it say we live? Okay. We can get the chat on the screen and all that. Cool. What's really popping? Your partner, player, partner. Uno in the building, live and direct. What's good, my constituents of Lush World? And joining me today, my two brothers in arms. Of course, we got Active, backed by Blockular Demand. Going crazy with it.
What's the deal?
Come on. And
what's up?
Introducing to Lush World, the ever controversial MJ. This guy is a maniac right here.
Man, shout out to Lush for having me on here, man. Just a dope opportunity, man. It's just crazy because I watched so many videos not even knowing that was you, just to be sitting across from me right now. Just, you know, full circle moment for me. So yeah.
We in the building, baby. You've been putting numbers up, so it makes a lot of sense that you would be here. Everybody that's now just joining us, I don't know if what's it called, if community is done yet, but we've officially, it's been now 6 hours of content, starting with Back on Fig, to community, and now Lush World.
Oh yeah, just keep it rolling. And
it wouldn't be right if we didn't have a Crip with us.
Hell so. Yeah, community, nigga.
Yeah, you dig?
Shout out to Fig Community.
Shouts to the Fig Community world. Those are our partners, and we got some things in the works. I ain't gonna say too much, but with that being said, everybody, please like the video, share the video. You feel me?
Make us go up again.
Drop some comments. If you feeling it, light us up with some super chats. If you want us to speak on anything specifically and all that, we here for it. Shouts to our sponsors, Royalty Honey Gold. The illest honey packs out. Have you ever used a honey pack before?
No, I heard about them, but
what?
You got one on you, nigga?
You use a honey pack?
Listen, man, honey packs is dangerous because it brings the demon out of women. You use a honey pack on a girl, bro, and then it's over. Like, they gonna do some crazy shit because now you got to do that every single time. It's too
so
good.
It work for women too. The women,
bro. That'll turn your pool into an oasis. That's what I tell the girls.
3 nuts.
Yeah.
Y'all been lacking. You ain't gave me none of that shit.
Nah. Shout to No Shame for the Cinco to start us off. Appreciate that. It's love. My brother Shame in the building. The money packs, they really be going in. And I've sampled a few different ones. These right here, the Royalty Honey USA.
Yeah.
That's the ones. RoyaltyHoneyUSA.com. Put in the discount code LUSHUNO, all capitalized.
Yes, sir.
40% discount.
Man, go get that. Look, I'm used to perk dick, right? And now you got natural. You got natural something that you don't got to pop pills for or nothing like that. You could do it naturally without messing up your system. So that shit right there.
I'm going to Vegas soon too.
You don't need the perky irks. And here's the thing that
that's just fire.
I've been doing more research on them, and a few things that I've won. If you're over the age of 40, when you need to mind your like prostate and things like that,
you gotta go get that check.
It's good for your prostate health. So that's an added little bonus. And
you gotta read the little description down there. Like
there's no
side effects.
Well, here's the best thing. There's no tolerance that's developed. So it's not like you're gonna eventually get erectile dysfunction if you're popping it too much. It works, bro. I was hitting it like I was 21 years old again.
Bro, that shit is dangerous, man. That shit is dangerous. You can't just pop and give it to any girl. You got to make sure you give it to the right one.
You need to hit me with a couple of packs.
I got you.
Just do the whole pack.
I got you. Yeah, do the whole pack.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no point doing anything else.
30 minutes to an hour before you get ready, you feel me? Mix it in the water. Alcohol helps it penetrate faster.
I got it down to the size.
You can put it. Now, certain things apparently like dull it, like eating red meat slightly beforehand. beforehand isn't the best
Damn,
for it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you can mix it with how old are you?
I'm 23.
You don't even need bro.
Oh my!
Look.
You shouldn't even be doing all that, bro.
Bro, I'm amazing with it, but I'm like a superhero with that shit. But here's the thing: the reason why I fuck
Wakanda forever, right?
Wakanda forever. I fuck with your code because, bro, I be going into these convenience stores, these liquor stores. They got 53 different honeys, and I know all of them can't be real.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? It's like, is this honey? This
What's
honey?
the real one? What's the real one? Lex?
Man, tell them where to get it.
RoyaltyHoneyUSA.com.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Got you.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into an array of topics, but before that, man, MJ,
That's the deal.
you're a very controversial character, bro.
Oh man, yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Why you got beef with the homie Flacco, bro? What's going on?
Shit.
Oh man, first and foremost, let me say shout out to a fellow African in this space. Even though we got our turmoil right now, I can be man enough to shout out a fellow African in this space that's underrepresented. So I'm gonna do
real,
that
that's real shit
first
right
and foremost before I get off. Right. For two, he sat on this couch and called me a bitch. Prior to me being controversial, prior to people seeing my videos circulate in the algorithm, even prior to that, he sat here with shout out ODM Slim, and he called me a bitch because of how I criticized him, right?
So you criticized him first.
Yes, I criticized him on an array of different things, right? But I didn't have any character attacks. I didn't say any wild things. I just criticized him, right? So after that, he went on here and had an interview at the pop-up. Shout out to the pop-up. You know, you better pop up. But in that conversation, he said something. I think ODM Slim asked him, like, what's going on with you and MJ TV? Da, 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 da. He's like, oh, man, that bitch, we ain't going to give that bitch no clout, no nothing. I was like, wow. For criticizing you because of what happened with American Cholo, because I don't think he understands the position that he in. It's really pivotal for us because we are the younger generation of African content creators, right? So because of the way you conduct yourself, you don't really see what ricochets after that, right? So if you fuck up relationships that are over here, and then what do you think happens for the people that are right behind you? We have to mend these relationships. You just cut off a whole fucking community based off some clickbait shit. So I can't criticize that.
Okay.
So that's where I was coming from. I didn't have to call you a B word. I don't have to say this, and that, and I don't have to say wild things about you. But when after this whole situation, he made a whole hour live stream, right? So you got to understand, he has a great deal of followers or subscribers, right? So to weaponize your audience, to attack me for criticizing you and expecting me to stand down because I have a smaller platform is crazy, knowing that our ancestors fucking fought for, you know what I mean? Like, and you expect me to just, you got a bigger platform and I got to calm it down and bow it down and sit and talk to you. And now look what's going on. Without even me having to do much, they're circulating. The people, the powers that be are seeing what's going on. So
what are they seeing?
They're seeing that a conversation is deserved, not only deserved, but a conversation at this point has to happen. If you're willing to make an hour-long live stream about me and say I'll wipe the floors of No Jumper with Josh's sperm on it, that's what you said about me. Cool. These are the type of things you're saying. You're saying wild situation. Cool. Now, we need to sit down and let's talk face to face. There's a lot of things that you said about me. You had a whole hour live stream about me. So there's no way in this world that we can be opposition or enemies. This is what I was talking to ODM on China Max stream. Shout out to both those guys. Go check out their platform. But he referred to saying something like, well, he's an enemy. I don't want to give him this opportunity to sit. Brother, we're from Africa. There's no way under the sun that we could be opposition. This is cultural appropriation at its finest. We're ops.
Well, here's the thing. I know that Flacco, he goes hard in the paint, right?
Right.
However, he doesn't usually, if somebody has a differing opinion, he's able to argue with people in a mature, level-headed way. He's a great debater.
Great.
He stands on his points very, very well and effectively. I can't see him just jumping out the window and calling you a bitch without you saying something pretty severe that provoked that reaction.
I'm triggered.
I feel like you're underselling this right now.
No. The videos are out there. My channel, his channel, all the videos are out there, right? So he literally did that because he feels as if like he's the only one that can be in this space. There's no two of us in this space. First of all, I've frequented the same platform. Shout out to Jubilee. I've been on a platform bigger than the platform you're on and performed very well on it. So this little boy talk as if I'm unworthy is crazy. That's one thing that he tried to put out there. Like he's not willing to have a conversation.
He tried to big dog you.
He tried to big dog me. But you're willing to have conversations with the OnlyFans girl who sucked off 7 Somalians, but you won't sit down with the Somalian nigga himself.
Wait, so you're one of the dudes that she sucked off?
No. Oh, look. That's
what it sounded like, right?
That's what he said.
No, see, look.
The Somalian himself.
No. There was this OnlyFans girl. Shout out to her. No disrespect to any OnlyFans model or anybody like
The
that.
big chunky one?
Yeah, shout out to her. BBW, we love him. But she went up there,
Lush One.
and this is the thing that bothered me.
It's the shorty in Canada, right?
Yes.
Bro, she looked like...
She ate all the bros up. She ate all the homies up, apparently.
She looked like she literally...
Ate them for real.
Yeah, like... yeah, bro.
I was gonna say she ate all the homies up. Shout out to her. But the whole issue with that is
Shout out to her.
She looked like an albino female Flacco. Like,
that's why they had so much relatability. That's why they was such a great. You feel me?
I love you, Flacco. I'm just saying. Like,
I don't even hate you at the end of the day, bro. You feel me?
Flacco's my man. It's like I rock with him. I'm having this dialogue not for the purpose of being messy, but because I want there to see there be some type of resolution here.
For sure. I could come up here and say all bunch of wild stuff after the things he said, but obviously I'm not doing that. For
you can say whatever you want.
But here's the thing, though. It's like at some point.
He ain't trying to go there with him.
Yeah, but I just want to have a conversation like a man. You're willing to have conversations with all these people, but for some reason you're running from that conversation with me. Why? Know, it's been offered too by the big homie, the big deuce dude, the nigga, right? The
Akademiks?
Nigga. That's one of
them. Adam.
You feel me? Let me just the big deuce, right? It's been thrown out there.
Adam Joe Montana number, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So, and you know this opportunity is damn near life changing for me.
Yeah.
And you turning that down, but you're willing to have conversation with people who have less things going for them, less substance in the conversation or content, but you don't want to have a conversation with me?
Now, Rick from the pop-up tried to help facilitate dialogue between the two of y'all.
Okay.
And you wound up, and Flacco agreed to have a conversation with you at a certain point, correct?
He did. I got to say that. I got to be 100%. Like it or not, I got to be 100%.
He agreed to have the convo with you under the pretense that you took his name out your mouth, essentially, right?
Yes.
However, you wound up continuing to badmouth him.
Is this after he did so?
This is
this is your question.
I'm asking you.
Okay, so let me put it. Let me give you a preface. So yes, we had this conversation. This was said, but that exact night, later that night, he did a reaction to what had happened over at Rush Hour Sundays. And he didn't mention my name. Yes, I got to be a man and keep it 100%. He didn't mention my name. But obviously in the clip, there's a good few minutes of just it's not even subliminal, because you're talking about, oh, this guy's doing so much to be seen on the camera. Look at him. Oh, so fake. Oh, this, so that. Like, you're talking about me. You're just not saying my name. So it's kind of like some
subliminal.
Yeah, it's some underhand shit. Like, we have a deal. I didn't say your name, but I'm still disrespecting you. I got this 80K sub, so you feel me? I could say this type of shit. So I didn't say nothing the next day. I let it go. Cool. I seen him made his react. And then I see him go on the MacWap promo run. He went on a MacWap promo run. He went on the back on Fig. Shout out to them. He went over there. MacWap promo run. I'm like, whoa. You try to shut my shit down, but you go do the exact thing that it's not making no sense. Like, you literally are getting paid from this. You're feeding your family, but you're telling my kids to starve.
And do you think he did that because MacWap has a bigger name? So
come on. I ain't know. I've been doing this for some time. I'm not no loose booty that just got introduced, or I'm a podcaster by choice, not by chance. So when I seen that, I'm like, damn, boy, you got kids, you got to feed them. That nigga don't feed his, but he not worried about how yours eat. So you going to sit here and wait till y'all have that sit down, or you going to figure out a way to put that food on the table?
Right.
Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to put food on the table every time.
Well, now one might argue that since you're the one that's seeking this conversation, it would have probably behooved you to just take that on the chin and then wait till he's sitting there, and that even if he's wrong and he's throwing them little subliminals, you're the one that wants the convo. He had to get talked into it by Rick.
So he ain't tripping off the convo.
He ain't tripping off of it.
He like have the convo with yourself, like basically
type shit.
Yeah.
And then so I thought about it like this. It's like, yeah, you right. I do want the conversation, and the powers that be wanted that conversation. But you're not gonna want that. You're not gonna, whatever it is, you're not gonna let that conversation happen, because you know what's on the other end of that conversation. It's doors that are gonna be busted through. So of course you're gonna say whatever. Yeah, why didn't you be a man about it and say, okay, we both respect everyone in this room and the powers that be. So it's like, they said this, but you didn't follow that. But because you have a bigger platform, you could say what you want, and then I gotta bow it down.
Right.
Is that not it?
Right.
He still took the shots.
Well,
He didn't mention your name, but he shot around your area. You shot this way. You know what I mean? Yes, I got a smaller platform, but that don't change what God got written for me. Shout out Jubilee. I should never said that. Shout out to the producers over there. But yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
With that being said, I just had to touch on that. We kind of like, we waiting for a community to end, so we still getting our viewers. If you an early bird in the building,
yes sir.
Bot Mafia, drop the cocaine bot emojis, drop your grape emojis. We going up, baby. You feel me?
drop all that shit, man.
He did that to himself. I'm sorry.
Trev ain't feeling you,
okay,
bro.
now this one I'm gonna get on you, Trev. You did this to yourself, Trev. You did this because I got proof and evidence when it comes to Trevor. Trevor, I've been
Shout out to my boy Trevor.
Shout out to him, because this is the funny part. I've been fucking with Trevor. I got videos and from way back when, bro. He been liking some of my shit way back when. He just chose it. Look, I'm gonna get on you now. Look, he chose. What'd he say? Shout out. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but listen, he chose sides with Flacco, right? I said, yo, bro, you've been seeing what he said. I said, can I come on the show, bro? He said, I fuck what you got going on, but I just don't think you add value to the show. Why you keep liking my shit? Why you keep watching all my stories? Why you keep interacting with me if you don't feel like I add value? Okay, boom. Let's leave that alone. I went to the clip of him and Flacco sitting down. You know what the fuck that numbers got? Ralph, if you want to bring it up, please feel free. That interview has over fucking 7,000 views, and you're going to tell me I don't add value? Bitch, go to Jubilee and see what value I brought. Trevor, go see what value I brought on Jubilee. You and Flacco sat down. Flacco has 80,000 subs. Trevor got over 100,000 subs. Them two niggas sat down and got 7K together.
Trev be doing his thing, though.
He's a fire-ass gangster rapper video editor.
He do that, too.
That's what I'm saying. When he comes to video rapper editor, he's a beast. I can't talk to him. But when it comes to podcasting, better sit your ass in that corner. You couldn't fuck with me on my worst day when it comes to podcasting. Trevor.
Damn.
Shots fired.
Trev, you got my number if you wanna call in, brother. That's my man's right there.
You better go shoot the back behind the scenes for Fake Munity. Shout out to them. You better shoot those clips. Man.
Hey, you the best backhand compliment giver.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. You want to do the editor shit? You're amazing, but I do this, my brother,
damn.
by choice, not by chance.
Hey. I mean, so basically, because Trevor gave you his feedback, that pissed you off.
No. I like that. You're good too. You're amazing. I said that on my shit too. But look, it's not that. It's just the fact.
You understand why I asked that, right?
Yeah. One might say, yeah, damn, he just told you you don't add value. But no, that's not the case. If I don't add value, who the fuck is adding value when you sat down with the nigga that beefs with me, that's blocking doors for me, and you sat with him and you got 7,000 views together, and I'm a little nigga? Go look at the comments on the Jubilee video that I'm featured in, that I'm the thumbnail for, with over 8 million subscribers. Little boy, I'm not just a nigga who just went over there and, hey, pick me, put me in. I'm the thumbnail. I'm the feature. And guess what? Who broke down the doors for Jubilee to be in this space now? MJTV.
Jubilee is an African platform?
No. Jubilee is the one that Milk 74 got on, which Flacco, your boy, he made a reaction to Milk 74's Jubilee appearance. He made a reaction to American Cholo's Jubilee appearance.
Okay.
But MJTV's Jubilee appearance is different. I'm the nigga who broke that door down. Who was over at Jubilee before me?
My boy got real Tupac vibes.
Hey, for real.
I broke
He's
that down.
spazzing on y'all.
No, I'm saying, who was that Jubilee? Milk 7-4, who?
Flacco come out.
Come on, be honest. That's what I'm saying. You made a reaction video when Milk got his Jubilee appearance after me. Shout out to him. When American Cholo got theirs after me. Shout out to him.
So here's the thing. If you're looking at it from a strategy level, if I'm Flacco and I see someone essentially begging for you, begging for this attention from him, I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's
You feel me?
dangerous.
Like,
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
dangerous.
Not
and
if
I'm not
I'm
saying
watching it right now. Because you look like you're gonna spaz like during the conversation.
But what if I say I'm willing to have no character attacks? Niggas can beat me up outside. I'm this my size, bro. I'm saying I will have no character attacks as long as he doesn't, and we can have a conversation like men. That's what he doesn't want. He makes me look like rah rah rah. But if y'all want rah rah rah, I could do that. But I'm very articulate.
You are articulate.
So this lexicon's very prepared for anything that you want to throw at me. We can have dialogue. But
Yeah.
he doesn't want that. He thinks we got to do the bitch, you're going to wipe the floors with Josh's sperm and say the crazy shit. No, bro.
That's horribly
You
gay.
get what I'm saying? But is that surprising coming from someone who watches Big Bro Adam shit and said Adam has a very long schmenis?
I didn't hear him say that, but that's upsetting.
Macwap. It's on Macwap shit. Macwap clipped it up. He said it very clear. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stir no pot. He said this. This is something he said. Not
Yeah.
like,
Pause. That's wild.
that's y'all boy though.
Damn.
That's y'all boy though. You feel me?
I fucks with Flacco, I do, but I would love to see the conversation. If there's a way that I can help facilitate it and have y'all sit down with us over here, we'll have active in the middle, so ain't nobody pressing no line.
If bro in the middle, we good.
I'm Mills Lane in it.
If bro in the middle, we good.
I'm
Yeah.
Mills Lane in it, man.
We good.
Plus, it ain't about nothing for real, right?
No, I would not lay hands on that man unless he made my life in danger or something. Bro, you're African. When you die, your mom's gonna cry the same way and do the same rituals like my mom does. Your mom, if I picture an African mom crying, I see my mom. If I picture a black woman, so that's why I can't. What do you mean?
My boy got deep with it right now.
You know what I'm saying? No, because he called me an
Flacco,
enemy, bro. He called me an op.
At this point, I'ma jump in, man. You talking that African shit? That's come have a regular convo with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
A regular convo, man.
We African, bro. At the end of the day, can never be that. So when you call me enemy, opposition, I'm like, bro, you really are in La La Land, bro.
$2 from No Imp Gang Beats. My dog said, "Who is this dude?" Hey,
I'm MJ TV, brother.
MJ brings some value, bro, and once we get into the news, y'all gonna see. But he talking this shit right now. We had to. You feel me?
Straight from the motherland.
Yeah, you feel me? He's talking that.
Sir.
You got a light on?
No, I was gonna ask you, brother, bro.
Yeah,
One of y'all got a litro for my mans,
got left it over there.
but you feel me? It's about to be crazy.
Appreciate it.
Man, click that like button, man. Drop some in the comments, man. Fuck
Like,
with us.
comment, share.
Share, do all that shit.
You feel me? Subscribe if you ain't already. We are creeping up on 10K subs.
Yes, sir.
We are almost right there. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate
They
it.
need to get us there.
Yeah, they need.
me over here right now.
We on our way up, and it's
Sir,
dope to have
sir.
my boy Active back in the building.
Yeah, I'm back.
Back like cook crack and all that.
Sir.
With that being said,
Never left. There you go.
I want to get into some of these stories. Hold on. Rick wants us. I think I'd like to hear what Rick got to say about this before we move on. Rick, what you got to say, bro?
About what?
Smoking
About
these roaches.
this whole thing. Hop on the mic, bro.
Shit.
Because we got Rick from the
Well,
pop
How's the
up
sound
on the mic.
quality?
What story you putting up?
We gonna talk about that, but first, Rick, what you got to say about this, brother?
Is the sound quality? You guys got me?
Yeah.
Yeah, clear.
So I got a question. MJ, you streamed here a couple times on the camera, right?
For sure, yes.
And how many viewers did you get on your streams?
Over here or on my channel?
No, just when you were here on the pop-up channel or your channel when you streamed, how many viewers did you get when you were streaming live?
Oh, like 15, maybe 20 live viewers.
And then the show in total?
My channel, several thousand.
So, when you sit up here and say that your interview had 7,000 views, I'm a little bothered because up until that interview, people only knew you as the kid Kiki burned.
Only in this.
You know what I'm saying? But you haven't produced a 7,000 view interview here or a stream yet. And I say this respectfully. So it's safe to say that in this situation, homie, you got to give the credit where it's due. The situation, there was light. The Reddit, shout out to the Reddit. There was light on this situation here.
Right.
So when Ralph and I went up the week before or a couple days before and spoke, and then the next day I, reached out to you because of, you reaching out to us about you being burned. So I thought, hell, I'll let this kid come up here and tell his story. But please don't come up here. Like, we just talked about our differences. Don't come up here and take credit for 7,000 views, my boy. I think you need to just slow the horse down just a quick second, because you said that earlier. I got a 7,000 interview at the pop-up, and I was like, damn, you got that? My bad, homie. Like, I didn't realize you had it like that. But that's all I really got to say.
Rick ain't feeling it, is what it sound like.
I just work
felt
here.
like
So.
them don't want your views, like, type shit.
I thought we were talking about Flacco. When did I?
He was referring to the 7,000 views. Your comment about that. You said
No, I think that's what I'm saying. I was talking about Trevor and Flacco sitting down getting 7,000 views together.
Okay.
That's the only time I mentioned 7,000 views.
okay, so he wasn't even talking about that.
That's why I'm just.
I thought he did, dog. I'm sitting here chilling, homie, in my phone, and I'm listening to this interview. So that's
Well,
I mean, Ralph, did you hear me say that?
me while we were on the phone.
Huh?
You did mention it to me while we were on the phone that morning when I called you and asked.
Hop back on the mic, bro. Hop back on the mic. Imp Gang B said throw the fade. I don't know if we need that.
You wasn't even talking about
So-
the pop-up. Like,
So
Did you talking about Trevor and Flacco?
no,
Yeah.
but
He was
no,
talking about that.
no. Look,
lost.
now that you're up here, the morning that me and you did talk, right? You did say that to me though on the phone. That you had more interviews than anybody here in the studio. That you produced a 7,000 interview.
That's not right. I said I have more views than the Flacco interview. Correct. I
Here.
stand on that.
Right.
Yes.
But you said that my
Yes.
interview.
My interview did better than Flacco's interview
but
here,
that's
who
what I'm
had
saying. Like,
80,000 subscribers.
Like, you're taking credit.
I'm not taking. I'm just saying he had
So
80,000.
you gotta understand something though. Like, in my eyes, homie, I didn't know who the fuck MJTV was
you
until
don't know
I seen
Jubilee.
you. I pulled in the parking lot, and I found out who you were by pulling into the parking lot.
But do you know of Jubilee?
I'll be honest with you, Doug. I don't even know Jubilee
what I'm saying.
until
If
you
you don't know-
mentioned Jubilee, right? So you mentioned
She's the
it,
weakest
okay,
X-Man.
cool.
I know that.
But, respectfully, because, I don't pay attention to too much of that stuff. You see how I live my life. I
Right,
brought you out with me on a personal
Old
level.
school living.
I could give a fuck
Better-
about
better living.
podcasting. You know
Better
what I'm
living.
saying?
I
But
gotta say that.
hey, my boy, it's just something that I do because I enjoy it.
Right.
And so, I just want you to understand, dog, like what Lush is saying, homie, it sounds like you're begging, right?
I never
Just
beg for shit.
move with class, though, my boy. Move with class. You know
And
what I'm
not
saying?
if you're gonna tell me to wipe the floor with Josh's sperm. You gotta
No,
tell that nigga
no.
that
I ain't telling you to do that dumb shit. I'm talking about just in general. Like you getting mad because Flacco wouldn't give you clout.
That's
You know
not
what
the
I'm saying?
case. But here's the thing: you gonna say this because you got business relationships with them. I don't give a fuck about his.
I don't
clout.
have business relationships with him. That man doesn't get $1 off of me, dog.
So here's my thing: I've been on a platform with 8 million subs. That's twice as big as No Jumper. What clout is that boy gonna do for me?
You keep going off on him, and he don't want to talk about
But
you, and you're mad about it.
You just say he don't want to talk about me, but he made an hour live stream about me. Can you acknowledge that, please, sir?
Oh, I mean, look, whatever he did, he did.
That's the point.
Are you?
That's what I'm like. I'm against blackballing.
Okay.
I get blackballed
But
in this
what,
space.
hold on. What made you?
a solid point.
Wait.
That's what it is,
not a
bro.
point. If he
Wait,
did an hour
What
thing,
made you? Okay, so the day that he was talking about that dude, right, Mac Wop or whoever he is or whatever, what made you react to that?
My kids.
Your kids?
Yes. The fact that you're willing to feed your kids and go against the agreement we just had here, you just went against it. You took the shots and then you went crazy on another nigga to feed your kids. And you're telling me to chill out, little boy. I got time when you don't got time. No, my kids are hungry now.
So that's the day that you're saying Flacco
He did it that night.
spoke on you. He dissed you that night.
That night made a reaction to China Mac's video. It's up there. I don't know if he deleted it by now.
And you feel that he violated that deal first.
When you say, look at this guy on the screen, when you're pointing at me, when you're talking about me and just not saying MJTV, I don't know what to assume. Are you talking about a ghost? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Are you talking about a ghost or who are you referring to? You must be talking about me.
But I mean, you know, look, man. Let me just tell
Rick,
you.
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Rick,
Go ahead.
Does your frustration stem from the fact? Because look, I'm not over here at Lush World trying to exploit the situation. All right,
I feel it.
I just like we're merely discussing, and I feel like the air needs to get cleared. Rick, does your frustration come from this fact that you tried to facilitate a conversation between MJ and Flacco, and had, in fact, May 1st? Today, May Day.
Damn,
Hope y'all woke up saying rabbit, rabbit in the morning. It's the first of the month. Get up. You feel me? Cash some checks and get up. Gotta grind, gotta get mine.
My frustration isn't really frustration. My thing is this. I'm nobody in this podcast world. I don't have numbers, homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a real one. When I talk to you or something like that, I treat you with respect. So for me, to hear that you're paying people for interviews to come interview with you, right? People can offer Flacco or Lush money to interview with them.
No, they
can't. But if I ask them to sit down on a personal level, because I fuck with you, MJ, on a personal level, and you ask me for a favor, set that up.
For sure.
Adam ain't trying to set it up, Rick. That's what you said to me.
No, I did not say that. I did not.
Stop. I don't give a fuck, homie.
You just heard me say Adam 22 already offered it.
This before, homie. This before, right? So don't play that with me, dog.
You did offer before Adam.
So don't even play that shit with me. You know what I'm saying? So now I set this shit up for you, and I asked Flacco for a personal favor. Because you asked me for a personal favor, so Flacco fucking with me out of respect, right? Yeah. Agreed to come over here. So then the way, you know, it turned around or whatever, like Lush said, you asking for him. We pulling favors for you. So if he wants to speak or something and hype it up maybe so you guys have a bigger show, my boy, so for you to turn around, not even call me and tell me, hey, Rick, you know, I feel this way or that way. I got to wake up and see that you blasting on this dude, dog. And so I stand by my word, homie. I don't give a fuck how famous half you motherfuckers are, homie. If your word ain't shit, you ain't worth the fuck either.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I stand on my word when I speak, bro.
So did he break your word?
I don't give a fuck what he broke. I'm telling you, you asked me for a favor. You should have at least called me and said, hey, Rick,
with the respect I have for you, the respect I have for you, I should.
I'm about to get messy, but I gotta wake up and see this shit. And so now, if I gotta answer to Flacco, what you want me to say? You know what I'm saying? I don't play this in between shit.
This is what I would want you to say. This is what I would want you to say. You asked me that question. Why did you take shots at the man, Flacco? After we have an agreement, why did you take shots? Simple as that, bro. Like, why would you take shots at the man? You didn't go crazy on him. Granted, cool. But you can't expect a man to react. But
like Lush said, you couldn't just chill until you got your moment?
No.
How much money did you make from then to now?
It would have been advisable to just chill.
You said you had to eat. So how much money did you make from then to now?
Enough for my kids not to starve.
How many kids you got?
A lot.
I'm asking how many. Do you have biological kids?
A lot.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into my personal life. I don't want to get into my personal life.
My boy's 23 taking honey packs. He got kids.
I got a lot of kids.
If you're feeding your kids,
I got a lot of
kids. You don't think the bigger picture would have fed them longer?
So look, I'm gonna just be all the way 100, bro. Fuck it, we're gonna be all the way 100. The reason why he wanted it here is so it doesn't get on No Jumper. I'm gonna be honest with everyone here. I fuck with Rick. We go to Cars and Coffee. You be showing me around in your old school. I fuck with it. I love the vibe. But let's be honest here. He wanted it to happen here so it didn't happen to No Jumper. But granted, if that was the case, why did you take the shots? No one wants to answer that for me. You could have just shut up and not said nothing about my no-name ass.
You're saying Flacco wanted it here, not at No Jumper?
Correct. Because, like I said,
but Flacco didn't tell me that, right? Because I know Flacco didn't tell me anything like that. You're assuming that.
No, that's the truth. Because, like I said,
hold on.
Shout out to all 211 y'all. Let's keep going up.
Truth, what I'm saying is, if it's the truth, where's the proof?
The proof is the fact that I'm not gonna be the type of person to show screenshots and shit. But shout out to somebody who I really admire in this space, the big homie Adam 22. Shout out to him.
So he showed you screenshots?
No, all I'm saying is
I just got a little nauseous.
I'm gonna be a real nigga. I gotta be a real nigga.
So we got screenshots going on, huh?
No, that's like I said. Shout out to Adam 22. Like I said, it was in the air for it to happen. Obviously, if it's in the air for it to happen, it had to be set over there too. You gotta tell the nigga that worked for you, right? So obviously, we have all this time that elapsed. Of course, let's go get it on the pop-up. I do not want this nigga to get on no jumper. He get on no jumper, this little bitch out of here.
Oh, so you think that he fears you?
I'm a threat.
You think that you're a threat to him?
Yeah. That's what he been
That's a
saying.
fact.
That's what he been
So
saying the whole time.
you really think that you produce? Okay,
I'm a threat.
okay. So you're confident in yourself.
Why you think he's been suppressing me and blackballing all these doors?
But if Adam's watching you,
Uh-huh.
right? Respectfully, you know, shout out to him.
That man watching a lot of people.
Yeah.
He might
But I'm
tune
just
into me,
saying,
he might not.
I think it's his job to scout talent,
For sure.
right?
For sure.
As a business owner, it's his job to scout talent.
And
So
he
you
has
know,
a good eye for talent.
yeah, and if he sees talent in you and he's tapping into you, cool. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Flacco's getting a paycheck.
But it's also his job to maintain a positive work environment and not bring in a toxic work
So you
environment.
saying that you gonna smash on Flacco or something in there?
here's
You
the
guys
thing.
can't coexist in a building?
When you a real nigga and a fake nigga around, the nigga get uncomfortable. They feel that shit.
So what happens? You guys start fighting like roosters
No,
with
it's
blades
just
on your
like,
feet?
damn, you got this nigga in here. I can't be myself. I can't be over here
He
the
feel
butt
like
of
he
the
got
joke.
out podcast.
No, because look, he the butt of the joke. My whole thing since I was in high school is Africans ain't never been the butt of nobody joke. Nobody. We never been the butt of nobody joke. I crack the same bitches as y'all. I get fly like y'all. I've been on varsity. Everything like what? What you niggas do that I can't?
Fool.
Y'all not finna clown on the little African nigga with the palest shoes.
Oh, but you're making it
That's not
racial,
gonna
dog.
happen.
You're human at the end of the day. It's not about race, homie. We got different races
It's
and everything
completely about
today.
race. We African. The whole reason why it's about race is because we're underrepresented in this space. We're misrepresented and underrepresented. So if you're gonna come up here and play with it and be the butt of everybody joke, then make room for a real nigga to open a door for
So
these
you
fucked
think
up
he's
kids.
the butt of the joke for your
Do I think that,
culture?
or is that the common or the culture and his lack of self-awareness? Is that on me?
So you think your opinion,
Yes, sir.
right? Your opinion
Yes,
based
sir.
off of the people talking to you, your fans and your culture, you think he's making your culture the butt of the joke.
I want to ask.
I don't.
No, you see
I
what
don't
I'm saying?
feel.
I'm good at this. I'm very good at
I
this.
don't. I know what you're
You
saying.
see what I'm
I think there is a time where Flacco did have that aura about him, but things come in waves.
His stock rises at times. I'm not gonna be a
His
bitch ass
stock-
nigga.
his
I ain't
stock
gonna
has
lie,
gone
bro.
up.
His stock be going up at times. It's times when he went into the. I told somebody this when he went into the courtroom for the toy lane. I was like, hey, that nigga's fired for that. I
Yeah.
like that type of shit. This is the craft. You fuck with the craft for real. You ain't gonna play. You gonna go up there and try to get a first hand perspective. I commented. I said that shit's fire. I fuck with it. But that shit gets thrown under the mud. I don't care about.
Also,
So
I mean,
what do you
like
want to accomplish,
Africa,
though,
but like to keep it a stack. Africa is a huge continent, 54 countries, right? You know what I mean? Like, so you can't really. There's not really a perception of the way Africans are based on one individual.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
You know what I mean?
That's a great point.
That's like saying, oh, active represents all black people.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's a good point. But at the end of the day, it's like there's enough of other
or
like
even all Crips. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I only
There's
represent
enough-
myself, really.
don't-
Right.
But there are a lot of prominent people in that community, right? In the
Yeah.
Crip blood. Ain't no prominent Africans in this space besides that nigga and myself.
Which is a good
so we
point as
gotta
well.
play tight.
Okay,
or
but-
if you gonna be that way,
So-
be
so
that way.
it's
Be loose.
competition.
Be you. Be that. You're great. But open the door for the real niggas that are fucked up off fentanyl, that got no opportunities, that are begging for opportunities to change their life. Open the door, so let me get them through the door. You keep up here, do your shit. Laugh, ha ha, woo hee hee. Ha ha, do that shit. You do that. But let other niggas in the door so somebody else can maneuver and facilitate greatness. Because we need to be great and we've been suppressed for too long.
This reminds me of like the Meek Mill Pound Slide Pop situation. You know what I mean? Like,
There's some similarities for sure.
yeah, I
It's
get
the
it.
young nigga, but it's just like, bro, I don't hate you, bro. I don't hate you. You have to hate me so I don't get an opportunity to be shining the light. If I'm shining the light and that nigga in the same room, that's bad for him. Hold on. Yeah, the funny nigga.
But why can't you guys shine together, homie?
Ask him that. I'm cool with being at no jumper. Hey, that's the homie over there. I'll shut it down.
That's what he said.
But bro, we're trying to get this shit settled, and you just keep ranting about it, homie. So by doing this, like, how do you expect to
Hey,
settle it?
VBC going off. Hold on.
Respect, let me get
All right, let me ask you a question, dog. Let me ask you a question, because I'm gonna walk away real quick. I'm
about to call Trevor in
I'm
a
gonna
sec.
ask you a question real quick though. Hey, who will win in a race? You or Flacco?
Oh, I put 1,000 up. I swear to God. I put 1,000 up. Wallahi.
I believe you will win a race. Because Okay, I'm about to call Trevor because he got a lot to say right now.
Get on this guy. Hey, yo.
Trevor been on the fucking comments.
Shouts to Imp Gang for the repeated donos. Keep them coming. Anybody else got some donos? We appreciate it. Got to pay the damn light bills. Drop some cocaine bot emojis. Drop some grape emojis. What's your emoji, bro? You got
some grapes look good. Though.
You got an emoji?
I'm gonna get one. After tonight, I'm gonna get an emoji.
Yeah,
right.
you the fucking African podcast man, Tupac motherfucker.
Let me see if
Drop some Tupac nose rings or some shit.
Hey, Ralph, bro. Is it lighter by any chance? This one. Ow.
let's see if Trevor gonna pick up.
Because he got. I'm about to go in on, bro. I hope he. Hey, man,
Trevor not fucking with you.
I think.
That's it.
No. There's another one over there. I think.
For the grapes.
The other dono from No Pimp Gang, he said active was very quiet.
Hey,
They said read them donuts.
y'all see who doing the talking up here? What you mean? We letting him get his point across.
Yeah, we let him bro go off.
Respect,
Let him,
yo, respect, yo.
Lush just as quiet as me.
Yeah, hey, there's a conversation going on. We are going to get to the news. If Trev want to call in, he got my number.
Can I say something back to what he just said?
You can.
He said, I'm a clout chaser, this and that, all this type of shit, right? So here's my thing. Why you leave no jumper? Comment in here since you're in here. Why you leave no jumper, right? Now, here's my whole other thing. Belt, Bossa Nova, Kelvin, Out of Focus is being held up by y'all. Don't nobody want to hear what that nigga got to say. Unless you edit in videos, shut up and edit videos. We do not care what you contribute to hip-hop. You've never been a part of hip-hop and beyond editing videos. So you're talking to me who's been a part of great interviews, dope, people who've contributed a lot to this space, right? And even when you do that, your numbers trickle and you have over 100,000 subs. So I'm the clout chaser, right? You sit down with all these people that have clout, but for some reason it doesn't translate on your channel, Trevor. I'm telling you, leave me alone and go edit these videos, bro. Go edit these videos. Leave
I think
me
Trevor
alone.
is a good podcaster. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Lush, you shout everybody out.
Thank you,
What the fuck
Active.
you don't
Thank
like
you,
around this bitch?
Thank you, Active.
I need to hear
Thank
you say you don't like somebody around
Come on,
this
bro.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Who you hate?
I promise you, there's people I don't like.
Hey, Lush a businessman though. He keep relationships open, man.
If when I recognize talent, like I'm a rock with it, just like Flacco, my man's. But MJ's been nothing but solid, so I brought him on, and he brings a lot to the table. And y'all are gonna see as this news. And once we get into the news, we gon', you feel me, see what it looked like. But
For sure.
I'm trying to be a little bit more of a dick, like you, bro. Ty, you know I used to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And when I
don't know.
when
This
I
the
got-
sober Lush right here, he nice.
the sober Lush is a nice guy.
Nah, this shit gotta get. I mean, it's not even about being messy. It's just well, like Trevor, like bro, we could be cool after this, bro. Whenever I know you really want some clout right now, so you really do your thing. But after this, bro, I would love to be cool with these niggas, but they can't be cool with me because it's like, damn, this nigga did it off the mud. He didn't do it off no jumper piggyback. He didn't do it off Dr. Umar allegation. He didn't do it off none of that shit. That nigga did it off the mud, sleeping out the whip. That little nigga. Hell no. Y'all better close that door and lock it. Ain't no way that little nigga getting through. Yeah, bro. But guess what? There's a God up there. Wallahi. You seen even here, I've been in situations where, feel me? Shout out to the Rick and Ralph for making that situation right. But even here, I'm getting fucked over multiple times. Even in this space, bro, when you an underdog or when niggas got bigger names, it's really fucked up for you, bro. So that's why I try to make it like, if I'm gonna pay the dues, I'm gonna pay the dues all the way. So my younger generation, when they kick through this door, I already laid down the flooring, everything. It's all good.
I rock with the underdog. So that's why I wanted to give you a platform to talk your shit here. Trevor ain't fucking with you though. He just texted me. He said he's not trying to hop on the stream, but shouts.
Hey, Trevor need to go edit some video, bro. Trevor, you
He not fucking with you, bro.
I mean, shit. Why would he? He already chose sides with Flacco. And the sad part is that's how you know.
Y'all on the same side, man. Y'all Africans. Y'all not on different sides.
Bro, look, this is sick part. We can get off this, bro. the reason why I go so hard about this, bro, is because I've been in fucked up situations about my people, bro. Growing up in high school, we've been in life or death situations. We didn't have niggas really do us in for just being African and being who we are. Niggas done clowned us, niggas done bullied us and oppressed us. And if you were to tell me I'd be going against another African 6 years later, it's crazy. But he don't see none of that because he didn't go through none of this shit. He wasn't oppressed. That nigga was in North Dakota. Shout out to North Dakota, but he doesn't understand the culture. That's why he speaks on it the way he does, which makes it harder for people like me who experience with black and brown and can tell you from firsthand perspective rather than from North Dakota.
I don't think he's going to, but I really, really, really hope that Flacco responds to this right now. I'd love to see a Flacco reaction. I don't think he's going to.
He made an hour live stream. I'm such a little nobody ass nigga, right? He made 1 hour live stream and weaponized his audience. That's dangerous for somebody like that. For me, like I got a smaller platform, right? So that's really dangerous. I got to look at this from business perspective. This shit's going to feed the kids that I don't see, that I don't know. And you did some shit like that. I got to close my legs like this. Hey, he calling the shots right now. No, bro. There's always a dog gonna have his day. Every dog.
MJ is a passionate dude, and I can relate to that. $2 more from Nobi. He said, dude, is academics.
Supposed to be 3.
Is academics American? Wow.
For sure.
Hilarious, fool. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, Ty said you gotta shoot at least the 3 ski.
3 for the hood.
You feel me?
Grabber.
For the G's.
Grabber.
Yeah,
for the G's. With that being said, we're gonna get into some news stories right now. Any final thoughts on this before we move on from this topic?
Hey man, you can run from it for so long. At some point, it's gonna get old, but you can't stop what God has written. That's all I'm gonna say. You cannot stop what God has written. And if you get in the way of if God is with you, who's against you?
All right. No,
this is a good point.
I know God with me, so what am I supposed to?
You dig?
Hey, I got one more question for MJ though.
Uh-oh. Rick got one final question.
It's gonna be a hard one too.
That's why I'm like, damn. I'm looking down. Like, let me prepare.
Damn.
Let me prepare.
All right, dog.
Yes, sir.
So,
oh my God, this is trouble, bro.
For the sake of the cyberspace that exists but doesn't exist, right?
Yes, sir.
What did you think about when you had people on you thinking that you were your account on the Reddit?
Thank you. I'm so glad you brought this up. I'm so glad you brought
the
this
paramedic descent?
because
Right.
at some point I'm so
Because motherfuckers really were on your neck, homie, like ready to end your career type shit.
glad. Yeah, I'm gonna get serious. I'm gonna get serious.
So there's, for those that don't know, because a lot of people
Please.
that
Yeah,
watch, a lot of people that watch here
This some like life
are from the battle rap space and don't even watch No Jumper at all. There's a No Jumper Reddit forum which is very active and has a lot of volatility and a lot of different troll accounts on there. One of whom,
Bro, why you laughing like this shit? It's sick in the head.
About breathing to the microphone.
one of whom was pretending to be MJ.
Oh.
And talking very, very greasy about everyone. But he would like say hilarious shit. Like he'd be like, yo, on Hoover, I think that
6-0.
Lush is a bitch on 6-0. It'd be like in one sentence. He's like,
How about you?
I got 4 death. Listen, I got 4 death threats in one day. 4 death.
he was like on Bloods, on 6-0.
You came out and cleared that shit up.
Bro, I
Who got on there and said a comment or something like on the dead homies or something? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? And so people were thinking, and I kept thinking that doesn't sound like MJ,
Yeah.
the way he talks in person. But then it's trolling, right? So you don't know who the fuck it could be.
that's my thing. That's why it's like, damn, bro, I'm really being blackballed out this. There's an account, y'all, just to give a preface to the story. Let me introduce this shit. There's somebody, should I say his name or should I not say his name?
The account?
I mean, dog, if you airing shit out there, I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
I already said the
people
name anyway.
So, okay, perfect. So people can go see what I'm talking. There's an account called Paramedic Descent. Paramedic, whatever. Pandemic or Paramedic Descent. Right?
Paramedic Descent.
And this person, right, at one point used my picture for its Abby, bro. Y'all laughing, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. Them laughing shit. No, bro. Look,
It's hilarious.
bro, this is dangerous, bro. If I wasn't such an if I couldn't articulate myself, it would be very dangerous for me. But look, what he did was he used certain shit that would go on in the No Jumper universe, and as soon as it would happen, he would clip it up and be like, "Man, on 6-0, AD's this and that. On Hoover this, on this, on Dead Home, on Cut, on." I said, "What the fuck?" And
It's fucking hilarious.
Why would
Bro.
they think that's?
I thought it was him too.
Oh, you thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
him?
I legitimately, and you used to start
Hey,
crazy.
he kind of crazy. This is my first time meeting him. So
Would it surprise you?
seem like
Yeah.
he might turn up a
Please
little
don't.
bit.
I would never play with the shit that goes on out here. I've been out here for almost 2 years. I literally live
but
in
let me
my
ask you a
car. I know
question.
what goes on out
Seem
here.
like
Let me
you
ask
want
you a
it
question,
bad.
though.
You go off.
Hey,
No,
hey, let me ask you a question though. Why did you take it so serious though? The accusations, if like when it was coming out there, like why did you get so offended or frightened? Like which the word to use?
I'm gonna use both. Why? Because this is LA at the end of the day.
I was about to say
This is
he could have
LA.
died.
This ain't don't play with no you don't even see me play like that, bro. I've shot in vlogs, I've shot in Crips, I've done interviews with Crips, Bloods, all sorts of shit, right? I don't play with the culture like that. That's not my space.
I mean, that's wise.
That's why it's like when that shit came out, I knew exactly where it was coming from, and I seen how much of a threat I was if somebody's willing to play with my life like that, so I don't be presented to the powers that be. You're gonna play with me like that?
Content?
No.
Serious.
That's because that's not, bro. This is L.A.
Oh, because
It's not North
talking
Dakota.
about you being a gang member and
Come
stuff
on,
like
bro.
that.
Have you ever
Okay.
seen me portray
Yeah,
myself
yeah,
like
yeah.
something I'm not? Have you
Yeah,
on
yeah.
cut, on this, on that, on this? Respect to all the people that live the way they live. I don't play like that. Like I said, my culture is my culture. So when you post these clips and pretend like you're me, damn, I'm a threat. You doing that because it's like you trying to fuck me over because you know if I get in these doors, it's a problem for you.
What you think, Lush?
You know, that's why he's sitting
You
back
think
there
he
like-
a threat? You ain't said it yet. You think he a threat?
As to who? To Flacco?
Yeah.
I don't.
They both,
I don't think that he's a threat. However, I do feel like they occupy a very similar space. And it's not because they're both African. It has nothing to do with that. But just the type of content.
They got the same content.
Yeah. And they have they're both very outspoken, don't really play with the politics, and are just gonna be
that's
straight shooters.
That's why it's different. He does play with it, bro. That's why it's like when you're willing to do some shit like, bro, I wouldn't play with that man life like that, bro. Like I said, if I can envision your mama doing, because I buried my homies before. At the end of the day, my religion is my religion. So our burial process is different. When we bury ours, it's up like we touching the body and putting the dirt in the rocks. It ain't no caskets. Y'all know our culture, there's no caskets. It's the white sheet. So I've done that multiple times. So I can't even, why would I want that to, if he was getting pressed or some shit was happening, bro, I would jump to his defense. We was out and about in public and somebody was bothering that man.
Well, yeah, it's like Pac said, we might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this. You feel me? I tear the roof off, get us pissed. It's supposed to be like that.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
But you want a water, bro?
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping.
But that's why it's like, bro.
With that being said, I think that there is a resolution to be had here. I would love to facilitate an actual conversation. I don't think that
I'm not paramedic descent. I'm not that. I have a Reddit which I posted, which have gotten on the actual No Jumper pages, which have been surfaced on there. That's my Reddit. Paramedic descent, whoever that is, please stop. Because at this point, it's not funny. It's not cool. It's just like, you got it. Cool. You did your shit.
it's not him, I promise.
Like,
we go get into these stories. First of all, though, to answer $2 dono from No Imp Gang Beats, who makes fire beats, by the way. He said, thinking about getting teeth done. Can you eat the same Lush? Now, yes, I can.
I want to ask that question too.
I could eat the same. I'm not supposed to eat corn on the cob, bite into apples, or like super hard sandwiches. I'm not supposed to eat those. However, these are like they're permanents, but these are the temporary permanents.
That's what I was gonna ask.
I'm getting another like
Better bear.
I'm getting like stronger ones put in.
Those will stay longer, right?
Those are for like they're screwed in
Right.
for life, and those I could eat whatever with. Like they're gonna be white as a motherfucking toilet bowl, and you feel me? Like straight porcelain.
Was it drink that like messed up your teeth?
No, it's just years of drug abuse and just self neglect.
Did that shit hurt when they put that shit in?
So what hurt the most painful? Like Trevor actually filmed the whole thing. Yeah, what hurt the
Shout out to
most?
Trevor.
Video editor, man, the best video editor.
Shout out to the best video editor. Where if you want a video edited, tap in with the BBC.
So what they did is they shot me with hella Novocaine. They did them in 2 different phases: the top first and then the bottom. They shot me with hella Novocaine. They pulled out my top 6 teeth, right? They pulled
the whole
them
thing?
all them out. Like I have no real
They didn't
teeth up
shave
there.
them down? Like
No. So these aren't veneers. These are permanents.
Oh,
It's
they're
different.
permanent. Oh,
yeah. So they shaved out the top 6, and then they have them connected to these teeth, the canines, and then they have so what they had to do is shave down the canines, and then they're all connected in a bridge through the canines, right?
That's crazy.
The tops I didn't feel at all, but because the bone density is different in the bottom, they gave me so much Novocaine, I looked like Corky from Life Goes On. Like I was like my shit was like
They took that shit out too, the bottom.
Yeah. They did, but they couldn't, like, no matter how, it's still, I could still feel pain. So when they were shaving down the bottom canines, that shit hurted, fool. Like, it
You
did.
can drink hot shit.
Yeah, this
and stuff like
motherfucker
that.
hit
Yeah, I could drink whatever. Like now it's cool. But yeah,
When they take them bitches back out, it's gonna hurt again.
when they take the bottoms out, it probably is gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah,
Hurt, man.
but I don't do painkillers, so.
There y'all go, man. Who was that?
Imp Gang, my boy Imp Gang.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a lot of ways. Like the way I did it like literally probably costs like $35,000. So
Damn.
I mean, it's worth.
probably, but it's worth it. It's worth it for.
Get the glow.
If nothing else-
the glow realers, nigga.
If nothing else, the self-confidence.
No, for sure. Especially someone who frequents the space as much as you do, all the content. You're a walking billboard of yourself. of your brand.
Oh, he
You
on
wanna make
camera. He on
yourself-
camera all the time.
Like, come
Yeah.
You probably got 1 million videos.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now.
I think we figured it out. I've hosted over 5,000 rap battles.
Let's get to that.
5,000.
Over 5,000 rap battles.
That's
sick.
fire.
You sick? Have you even been here 5,000 days?
I think so. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you do like 8 in one day.
Yeah, sometimes there's like times where I did like 15, 20 events in a, you know what I'm saying? Like 20 battles in a day type shit. Like, or,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I remember grind time.
That's what I'm saying. And then there is a period of time where it's like I'm hosting 2 or 3 events a week.
Yeah.
Like
Grind time was like 2 days, 20 battles a piece and shit.
yeah,
Day one,
Yeah.
like
That
20 of
energy
them.
must have been crazy, bro.
it was.
What?
Yeah,
That
was
energy
crazy.
must have
it's a vibe.
been crazy.
That was crazy.
It's a vibe. With that being said, let's get into these news stories. The first I want to touch on is one that hasn't really broken in America, but it was a big deal in Canada, and it's something that affected somebody I know personally. So I'd like to get into it. We have a whole array of topics, but I want to touch on this one first. And in the meantime, in between time, like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Drop some comments in the main video.
Run
You
us
feel
up,
me?
run
Like,
us up.
run us up.
Run it
Hit us
up,
with some
run it
super
up.
chats, and we gonna get back to them. But so.
Smash the like button.
A lot of people don't know that I have another business that I run with some of my family members, Marissa and John Urbano, and it's called Snow Cone Records. Now it's called Snow Cone Marketing. We're a record label, as well as we have a distribution deal under Sony Orchard and Vidya. And in addition to that, it's a full-on resource center for independent artists,
Fire.
specializing primarily in Spotify promotion. So.
Fire.
Years prior to that, I had this weird Italian dude from Canada hit me up. This kid named Anthony Maserati. He hit me up, and he's he's a singer, and he's like, I have a song with Raekwon on it. I want to get a verse from you. Raekwon from Wu-Tang.
From where?
From Wu-Tang.
Raekwon from Wu-Tang.
the guy.
Okay.
He's from Canada.
He's from Canada.
Yeah.
The guy Raekwon.
Yeah, Raekwon the chef. You feel me?
The chef.
And who's one of my favorite rappers. He's like, he paid me, did the record, whatever. The record was cool. Wound up getting a little bit of radio play in Canada. Dude turned out to be hella weird. Stopped fucking with him. But he would always kind of like try to leech his way back into my life. He hits me up one day and was like, hey, there's this kid that wants to pay, that will pay you a lot of money to get on a song with you. Would you do it? And I was like, I don't know who this kid is. I don't just like, I'll do features that are paid, but I'm not someone that just like whores myself out for features.
Yeah,
You gotta know something about him.
I gotta like, yeah, and I gotta like your music.
You gotta like the music.
Yeah, like if you're completely trash, I'm not gonna work with you. You know, and I didn't. Turns out the kid is fire, but that's a different story, right? At this time, I didn't know who he was. He hits me up. The dude's like, will you do this feature? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, he wants to inbox you about something. Like, could I give him your Instagram? I'm like, sure. Kid winds up sending me a message, and he's like, will you be my manager? And I'm like, well, I can't really, it's a conflict of interest for me to manage other artists. I'm an artist myself.
Right.
And anyone that manages other artists, like, you're not going to get the best of me. I'm not going to be able to really be there for you and do what a manager needs to do, because I'm focused on being an artist myself.
That's 100 that you said that, because most artists are like, yeah, I'm gonna sign you. Come get signed to me.
Right.
Sure.
But that's not like, you know, like I literally, especially like working this rigorously honest program based on spiritual principles in recovery, I can't get down like that.
Yeah.
Before, I'm like, if there's $1 to be made, I'm gonna get to it. Like,
We finessing.
Yeah. But that's wasn't my intention. And so let me just tell you a little bit about this kid. But I was like, he's like, well, I was like, but I can help you get promo for your music. So let's talk about it. So then I wound up talking to the kid. I hear his story. His name is Harman Madar. Harman Madar was born in India, was adopted by like his auntie or some shit like that, right?
Story.
Moved to Canada when he was a baby. When he was 4 years old, he got in a horrible car accident, which was, for all intents and purposes, could have killed him. He flew out the car. They found him like 50 feet away, all this crazy shit. Motherfucker almost died, was revived by the grace of God at the last moment in the hospital. Unfortunately, however, he was, as of this point, he's still a paraplegic. Like, he might be able to, like, I believe in him. He's a strong dude. He might be able to get, you know, on his feet at some point.
Godspeed to him.
But it's been damn near 20 years, and he hasn't walked yet. So he's he had a hard time because he's gotten ripped off by the industry multiple times. He wound up getting hit up. He wound up seeing a Facebook ad for this dude named Anthony Fernandes. Who Anthony Fernandes is, it's just, I want to give it, like, he's basically like In Sync or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, he was like a poppin', his brother Sean Desmond is a huge star in Canada. Yeah, and he was like a big star too.
So they popping.
But back in the day, like, he was popping in like 2008. 2010, around that time, wound up falling off, getting like a drug problem, and he's the other dudes in Sync, not Timberlake. Okay. You feel me? Like,
he's a role player.
Yeah. He's like, you feel me? He's like not Timberlake, not the gay dude. He's a dude that looked at 45 years old.
I don't need no Timberlake.
Right.
He one of the other dudes, right?
He's a role player.
He was a role. Yeah. He's John Paxson.
Funny as fuck.
Right. So he wound up, but the dude Harman was a fan of his. He saw like an ad on Facebook, get a verse from Denny Fernandez, blah, 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 blah. Responded to the ad. It was an ad that the kid Anthony had placed, right? So it essentially was down to, he winds up talking to him. Dude says he'll do a song with him. He winds up charging him like 15 racks to do the song.
For the side member of NSYNC?
For the side member of NSYNC, you feel me? Like he said, 15 racks to do and then fly me out, and I'll record with you, and we'll do a video and all that. Flies out, records the song. He says that he's going to get the song mixed. They shoot a video, said he's going to get the video made.
They actually linked and shot the video.
They actually linked and shot the video. However, he never wound up getting the song from him. He never wound up getting the video from him. And I'm just going to consolidate a lot of details, because if I told you this whole story, it would take several hours. It's like, but basically this dude proceeded to convince this really sweet kid, Indian Canadian kid,
that's handicapped,
that's in a motherfucking wheelchair. You know what I mean? That he's his boy. And that he called him brother, told him that he loved him.
He's seen him in those conditions.
Like he knew, like he met him in person, recorded with him. Again, Harmon is very talented. I have songs with Harmon now. Harmon and I have a song that just hit 600,000 views.
Oh, that's fire.
Streams. Like, yeah, we're both up. We're both 100,000.
And you got US and Canada streams?
Yeah.
Fire.
He's a dope singer. He makes great music. I'm sure he's watching right now. You feel me? Like,
shout out to him, man.
Yeah. Shouts to Harmon. Good dude. I recommend everybody go check out his music. I'll put a link to his music in the description.
Shout out to fucking Harmon, man.
Yeah, good dude, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Wait, we didn't lose live, right? We're still live, right?
They're asking if we're live.
Okay. Yeah. So he winds up basically then hollering at Harmon like, yo, I'm late with some bills. Do you think you could loan me a little bit of money? Harmon, like, basically through a bunch of sob stories, finesse moves, and lies, takes Harmon for an additional $80,000.
Wait, whoa. Yeah, we niggas gotta recalculate, reassess.
What's Harmon?
Yeah.
He was a super fan of this NSYNC guy.
Yeah, and like, but
he had to be.
It wasn't even about that at that point. This dude is telling him that he's his best friend, that he's gonna make him a star. So he's like selling him this complete pipe dream, right?
Damn.
And he's getting all this money.
Wait, so we went from 15 to 80,000, so we're at 9,500.
Yeah. He's flirting with 100K at that point, right?
God damn.
And and this is over the course of several months. He winds up getting money from this, money for that. Like, my kids need this, blah 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 blah. Like, he's just making up complete blatant lies. And he's also saying like, hey, if you give me, some of the lies are like, if you give me this $15,000, I'll get our song signed to this great label. Like, he's coming up with all these different straight finessing the guy, right? He sees that Harmon's a lick, essentially. Yeah. By the way, and Harmon ain't a lick no more, because that's my man. You feel me? Like, ain't nobody like getting to.
And you should have been his manager.
Yeah, exactly. and now essentially,
one of the rare cases where an artist should have been the manager, bro.
Yeah, and I do like essentially, him and myself and Marissa and John were mentors for him. So we we work very close with him. I still don't consider like he's my artist at this point. He is my artist, like just based on, and I've been consulting any move he makes in the music game. Like I'm a part of that.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Now, even after he wound up finessing all that dough, and I started working with him, he wound up slithering his way back into Harmon's life and taking him for another $15,000.
Harmon.
Yeah, Harmon, you gotta stop, bro.
Harmon, what we doing, Harmon, man?
What's the conditions where you love your oppressor, or like?
Yeah, it's Stockholm syndrome.
Syndrome.
I Harmon my card, man. We'll get rid of these problems.
Yeah, you feel me?
So
for half of that.
We're gonna get rid of the problem completely.
The Crips got your back now, Harmon. Don't worry about it. You feel me?
Come on, Harmon.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, he's in a wheelchair. He's cripping. All right, you feel me? Like,
bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He swindled his way back into his life again.
He swindled his way back into his life again.
What's the excuse this time?
So what he said was, I'm sober now. I was on drugs. I apologize for everything that I've done. And
Where my money?
I got
Where the fuck's my money?
And that's what Harmon said off rip. He's like, I'll pay. He's like, where's my money at? And he's like, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give you your money back. So Harmon's like, well, I seen you wearing a Rolex. Why don't you send me the Rolex as an act of good faith, right? Harmon's getting a little smarter because he kicked it with me. Dude sends him the Rolex. All right,
Real.
We're gonna get to that. we're gonna get to
Send the
that.
Rolex in there.
He sends him a Rolex Submariner.
Nobody sends a Rolex.
It's worth the real version of that watch is worth, you feel me, $15,000, whatever. By the way, if you're gonna get a fake Rolex, get a presidential, get a Yachtmaster. Don't get a fake Submariner. Come on.
I didn't know white people wore fake Rollies.
Not just the fact that he sent it and was like,
Oh, a lot of people wear, like a lot of famous people wear fake jewelry, bro.
Yeah.
There's not. You'd be surprised.
He sent him a replica.
So Harmon wound up taking it to the store after the fact and seeing that the watch was a replica. Okay.
that's where I'm.
But at the time, like, he thinks it's real. And Harmon's not telling me what's going on because he knows I'm gonna fucking flip out on him. But then he's promising Danny makes up a new lie. And the lie is that he says the police, I got into a car crash with the police and they beat me up and I have a lawsuit. The police are going to send me $10 million.
Yo, this nigga got stories, bro.
Bro, he is good.
What he got a story for any,
Hey,
like.
I'm a 6'4" black guy and I can't get away with that shit. I go in the house like the police with me. Yeah, right, motherfucker.
Right.
No, so
And he got away with that.
He pulled it off. Now, Harmon is a very trusting soul.
He must have like a great heart. Like
He's the sweetest person you'll ever meet.
Oh,
like,
God.
great human being and very caring for those. But for somehow he wound up manipulating him. And like, while he's waiting for this, he winds up telling me. And I'm like, yo, let me get on the phone with this fool. Fuck this shit. I've been stalling him out this whole time.
Real. Put me on the phone.
I hit up Denny because at the time I'm working for No Jumper, and I was like, hey, this is Lush from No Jumper. I'm about to put you on blast, bro. Like, we need to hop on a call right now. We get on a call, and he's like, please, bro, I'm in rehab right now, and I swear it's real. And I was like, okay, well, can you show me proof about this lawsuit? I was like, do you have an email from a lawyer? Do you have any paperwork around this? And he's like, no, I'm locked out of my email. I was like, you're capping. He's like, just give me a week and I promise you he'll have his money back. I'm like, all right, fool, I'm gonna give you a week. A week came and gone, no money.
Zero.
Harmon has been contacted by CBC News. That's like the CNN of Canada. They wind up taking on this story, and it turns out that Harmon is just one of several people
Wow.
that this has happened to. There's another dude named Pretty G, and Pretty G got taken for 60 bands.
Oh, so he's scratching millions. He had to scratch a million.
He has.
But yo, just off like probably like old fans that probably
like,
admire him or
That
something, or want to work with
that
him.
we've known of at this point is over $500,000.
That's sick.
So Danny Fernandes is a scammer.
He a piece of dog shit.
He is a piece of dog shit. Harmon Badar is the winner here. He's still up. He's still got dough. He's still making fire music. He has more monthly listeners on Spotify than Danny.
Shout out to
He's still on the hey. He still need his money back.
He needs his money back.
Danny,
Yeah.
we coming for that money, Danny.
Danny,
That's too much money.
Danny, you are a motherfucking bitch.
You're a piece of dog shit.
Stay in Canada. That's all I'm gonna say to
Yeah,
you.
man. You was the weakest out of NSYNC anyway. I don't remember you singing.
He's a role player.
What are y'all thoughts on scammers of this variety?
I don't know, man. I know scammers. I know people that stole people's whole name before. You feel me? And,
right.
You know, shit like that. But I don't know. That's crazy. He
Yeah,
was handicapped. He met him and everything.
yeah.
This is a special
That's a
kind
different scam. Like that's deceitful. That's all type of shit. That's more than scam.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a special kind of place in hell for
The
them.
scam is like get a house in your kid name or some shit. That's scam right there.
Scamming people like
right there.
that are
say you never seen him in the conditions, you don't know what's going on. Like this is just somebody, bro. You went there, you chill with the man, you shot the video, you seen what's going on, and you did that. That I don't know. As a human, you have to think like, where's like where's the morality? Like, am I human at the end of the day? Like,
now beyond preying on somebody who is like, you know, in a wheelchair.
Oh my
there's something. There's a cold place in the 7th layer of hell.
Thank you, bro.
For somebody that preys on up and coming artists to be an established artist in the game. And the reason I bring this up is because this isn't even about Danny Fernandes. This is way bigger. This is an epidemic that is going on in all of music, but in particular in the worlds of hip hop music.
It happens all the time.
Remember, like when all these different, like when companies were aligning with different artists, like who was it? Like The Game was one of them. Benny the Butcher was one of them. There's all these different artists.
No, I got an inbox right now from
Fat Joe,
from The Game. Like, if you want to work, I heard your music, man. You dope.
Yeah.
If you want to work, man, hit me up. Tell me your budget or shit like that.
Selling slots on a mixtape that nobody listens
to. That's super frequent in the space right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that really bad to get on a placement with legends who have like?
Yes, it is because nobody's gonna hear it. It's not like you're gonna be on the
for catalog purposes.
For catalog purposes, like
what your catalog mean if you nobody though?
The thing is that's gonna get you. You're paying like $10,000 for 300 streams essentially. It's not going to really do anything for your numbers.
I don't justify it. I'm just trying to play the
no. I hear you.
Trying to see like, damn, if I get a song with so and so, like someone who I've listened to, all the legendary stuff.
But that's the thing. You know what I mean? You're not getting a song
for your own health. Like, I did a song.
Yeah, type shit.
But that's the thing, though. They're not slanging features. If you were getting a feature out of it, that would be one thing.
Right. They slanging placements.
They slanging placements on a mixtape, not even like an album that's released on.
Okay.
They not on the song with you.
Yeah.
They not on the song with you.
I remember seeing those clips about that.
So it really does nothing for you, ultimately.
Even if they on the song, it still barely do.
Even if they on the song for you, but like, there's nothing wrong with like established artists selling features, but going about it like this,
putting out placements that'll never be heard.
Like it just shows like, and an artist like The Game. Like you still have a career. You don't need to be doing shit like that.
He don't need to do that.
You already have revenue coming in. Like it really. It's pathetic. I'm gonna call it.
It's a lot of hip hop artists up and coming that would like pay Game straight up for a feature. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
So
right.
You don't even have to do that. Like you probably can get 20 to 30 racks just because your name the Game.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean? You getting paid for walkthrough. You getting paid for like. There's a lot of different.
He getting more than that. But you know, if he was broke and he wanted to go hustle around, he can 20K. Like
just by walkthroughs. Not
even the verse, like for me, like I said, I'm not into selling features just to random people. But if I do, I'm gonna make sure that I rap my ass off. I'm gonna give you a good quality verse. I'm gonna do my best.
Right.
If you put money in my hand, I'm not gonna blow that for you in any capacity. I take that very seriously. Like, so it's just like it's unfortunate that the artists that are in a position to be of him, because like shit, if I got, you know, if I didn't know better and I got an inbox from Fat Joe or, you know what I mean, Jadakiss, I'd be like, yo, this is fire. But then
in all actuality,
you can't, you gotta be knowledgeable. You can't be so much of a groupie to think Fat Joe would get in your fucking inbox.
Yeah.
What, like you ain't that popular. Like,
yeah, you ain't. Like these artists are not gonna, if they want to work with you for real, they gonna reach out to you through the proper channels.
Yeah.
They gonna FaceTime you, like you gonna see,
right.
You know what it looks like.
They gonna do something.
It looks different.
They're gonna find you. They're gonna reach out.
It looks a lot different.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get your inbox.
Again, drop some cocaine bot emojis. Drop some. I think your emoji should be like the guy running because. You know what I mean?
Drop the running man emoji.
Drop the running man emoji. Drop the grape emojis. Hit us with some. Hit us with some damn super chats if you want us to address anything. Share, like, subscribe, run it up, all of that. What's up, Rick?
One of your people, I don't know, you were deep and engaged in conversation, but he paid you $2 and said, "What's the biggest bag you ever paid for a battle rap?"
What is the biggest bag that I ever paid for a battle?
Yeah.
The biggest bag that
That dude that you shot out the first time.
Okay, the biggest bag that I ever paid for a battle was when Cassidy got $250,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was sick.
yeah.
I'm still mad,
Now what?
but I ain't mad about the bag. But you know,
What's the down like? What was the first payment? Because I know battle.
100,000,
So 100 first up.
100,000,
And the rest.
and then 100K on the back end. But yeah, it wound up actually being like 80K because there was certain little things that wound up transpiring.
The event didn't go all the way through.
Yeah, it wound up, but like when all was said and done, there was 250 spent on him. Like,
Lush a legend for bringing him back outside. Like nobody
Thank
could
you,
get
sir.
Cassidy outside. Like nobody.
it was expensive.
That was impossible at first. Like now he outside. He probably did like what 5 battles since then.
Yeah, at least he's like all the way back in the culture.
Oh, his resurgence has been felt. His resurgence has been felt.
Yeah.
Every time he steps in, he kicks fire up. Like he kicks the dust up.
Yeah.
It makes the whole culture shift. So
Yeah, for sure. Especially with his face-offs and shit like that.
he.
To answer a very, very important question, my boy said, how you talk about mental health and staying sober, but promote yourself as a cocaine bot? Great question.
Hey, you know, me and Diz had this conversation.
Diz isn't feeling the
He was
cocaine bot
what,
thing.
what type of oxymoron contradictory shit is that?
No, the whole thing with the cocaine bot thing started with people trying to make fun of my freestyle, which is actually
When you
was from
say
a song.
cocaine bot,
Yeah. So people were like, "Oh, it's cocaine bot," and I was like, "You know what? Let me claim ownership of this who writing to take the power away from it and to capitalize off of it." So that wound up being cocaine bot. But the real answer is because I, in fact, did pull up stunning with cocaine bot. So
What if like you know how Beyonce got the Beehive? What if you
yeah,
get
we the bot mafia.
Yeah, what if they
it-
a bunch of cokeheads though?
I think there is a large contingent. There's a large contingent of people that fuck with me who are in recovery. A lot of people. There's I would say at least 30% of the people that fuck with me are, if not in recovery,
And
are
contemplating it.
or contemplating it. If not more of like the diehard Lush supporters.
Oh, come on. You're the epitome of recovery at this point. Just
There y'all go. Make money off the pain. You feel me?
Yeah, like even when I was in active addiction, there were still like a lot of people who were addicts that supported me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that shit's fire. Just what you've done to this space, just being vulnerable and just talking about the shit you've been through. Just me being a fan and watching the whole space, man. I really want to give you your flowers to your face because that's so dope. I think you kind of ushered that in for people to just be vulnerable. I think, I know you've been through what you've been through, but just you being able to do that from me being in this space, I just want to say that's really dope, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate
People
that.
just tell you the good shit. They tell you the hee hee ha ha. And for someone who's a recovering drink addict, for someone who is a recovering perk addict, just hearing you share your stories, bro, is so dope. It's like, man, the nigga did.
You could get through it.
Yeah,
And
like,
he
what am I
being
talking about?
He being
Yeah.
transparent and all that.
like,
Oh yeah.
I be
Cause
sitting there
I would have hit that shit forever. I would be like, what? I never did coke. What the fuck? Is y'all talking about?
I can't. I think people know. $20 for my boy Nick at Night. He said, keep lushing shit up. Dope hoodie, my guy. Appreciate that. It's love. Come on, man. With that being said, if you are an addict, either in active addiction or in recovery or in any capacity, drop a robot. Drop a robot
drop
emoji.
the bots in there right
so
now.
we can see. So we can see what's up. With that being said, let's get into some more of these stories. What we got? Let's. I know you sent me the list. Let me take a look, and we'll dissect them. This is why MJ is super fire. He does crazy research. He gets into the nitty gritty. So, DJ Akademiks' ex made wild allegations claiming Ak had syphilis.
Or some sort of STD, right? I don't want to specify which one it was if I'm wrong about it. But yeah, I think that whole situation everybody's been talking about it. I think the person we were talking about in the beginning was criticized for not bringing it to light. But just that whole thing is like, I don't get why Ak be fucking with like messy women. For someone to be in his position, you would assume Ak to be to move with due diligence, right? Like he's been in situations, we all know I'm the catch, right? We've seen that go viral. So when I seen that pop up, I'm just like, damn, what do you think it is for successful men to be with these kind of women that?
Well, he was never that dude coming up.
Okay, so talk that.
This is his first look at real nice looking bitches. Like,
Okay.
this is his first time getting girls. Like, you feel me? So he never was that dude growing up. So he probably just hit anything right now that he in that space.
Like
and
a
he
bad
popular,
piece?
You feel me? Hell yeah.
Well, like the more experience you have with women, then the less likely he's, maybe get. And look, he's probably knee deep in it at this point. I'm sure Act got hoes. I do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he for sure got hoes. I'm saying, like, before the fame, I don't think he had hoes. I can't judge it, but you feel me? Just me looking at him, you look like he was a corny dude before the fame or whatever. Like, right now, he's corny to me.
Right.
Like, so, I don't know.
Now, with that being said, even look, if you're super sexually active, if you're knocking down hella different bitches on a regular basis, there is a pretty good chance
You catch something.
you're gonna get something at some point. Like an STD, unfortunately, is a young player's rite of passage. So it's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen. If you out there raw dogging these hoes, and we all know, like, I ain't going front. I ain't used a damn condom since the Clinton administration. You feel me? Like,
Especially with these honey packs, man. You got all these honey packs. These dangerous, man.
Al Gore was running for president. Maybe last time I used a damn condom. You feel me?
Raw
Like,
doggy.
yeah, them things is whack, fool. Like, and I hate to
No,
say that.
anybody can get an STD, my nigga. I'm just saying, he said what may act like.
But that's what I'm
not
saying. Like,
pick a better girl or whatever.
Well,
like,
he's out there-
He's probably seeing his first. You feel me?
Yeah.
but even if it wasn't his first, if he's out there, this might be, and obviously it's the first time he's had acts. I don't know if he used to get hoes or not back in the day.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I don't know either. Like, you.
I wouldn't be, my initial thought was pretty similar to yours, but however, there is a very, very good chance that this is the most pussy that he's ever seen in his
That's
life
for sure.
by a significant margin. And like when you're in, like, you're a kid in a candy store. He has options. He's knocking them down. He's not being too discriminate. If it's a bad bitch, he's trying to fuck. Like, he was fucking with Selena Powell. Like, she had a known repertoire. That's
my point.
And like, the thing is this.
And he more cocky right now. Like,
Yeah, and
than he used to be, like, when he was first.
He was way more
Now
toned
he
down.
like, what? I'm that nigga. Like,
I'm the catch.
I got more money than you. He telling the rappers, like, I got more money than you. Like that.
I ain't gonna lie. Hoes are some of the coolest females. Like, if you're like a slut,
dopest vibe.
hoes,
I love kicking it with
man,
sluts.
hoes
Like,
keep it real.
The
my
dopest
nigga.
vibe.
All the whores keep it real. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man.
I don't look down on women for being promiscuous at the end of the day.
I
Like,
don't either.
Yeah,
They're the most down to earth people.
like they're more similar to men.
But hey,
Because that's what we
once
are,
you give
like-
me a fucking STD, you a fucking good for nothing trickster though. Like,
Yeah.
you a slut. Like, I'm gonna look down on
If
you.
you
after
burn
that.
me, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
after
you're
you-
not. I don't give a fuck how cool
But
you
is
are.
it on you for not doing your due diligence?
No, it ain't no me.
To a degree.
Like, to the man, I'm saying.
I expect every girl to go to the doctor and see what's going on.
Oh, that's a wild expression, brother. That's a wild
I mean, I gotta do it. What you mean? Like,
I hate going to the doctor, so
Me too.
you should go for both of us.
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
You would think a woman, right?
You would, but I'm just saying, in this day and age, with the whole culture and everything, I'll put it past a lot of girls.
It's a lot of clinics out there, man. You gotta check yourself.
Some girls ain't worried about pH levels. You think they worried about?
I'm like, we're gonna notice your pH level first.
Come on,
We're gonna notice that first.
right? So you should have known that shit was off and should have been like,
It can happen to anybody. I'm just saying, like,
right.
you know, if you know you raw dogging out there in the world, you gotta stay clean, man. That's my message out there.
Get checked.
I don't really hold it against him for catching an STD. Is my whole point. Like, at the end of the day,
He caught it from somebody. So
Yeah, like-
it's like somebody gave it.
it happens. I think that people are overemphasizing making fun of it, and the people that are making fun of it are
No,
they're not fucking that many girls.
It's kind of like people when they made fun of you if you got corona or some shit. Like when you got COVID.
Yeah.
You gonna run into
Like
it.
if you fucking, you gonna run into that shit. But
But
you know, if you're one, one girl, man, you good.
We used to be like super scared of AIDS and shit. You know what I mean? Like HIV was super scary, but then it kind of became deprioritized
I
in the
noticed
disease algorithm.
Yeah.
So people are, you know,
growing up, it's like it just disappeared. Do people still get it?
is AIDS still a big deal in Africa?
For sure.
Is it like as big of a deal like as it was in the 80s and shit like that?
I mean, are we still under resourced?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's still, you feel me?
But you know, like in America, people aren't as afraid of it as they once were.
Thanks to the resources here.
Thanks to the resources.
Amazing. I love
Yeah,
it here.
yeah.
The
for
greatest nation in the world.
Oh yeah. Because you don't hear about it like that. It's like they got it covered now.
I still feel like there's like a super extra strong gay bathhouse from the 1980s San Francisco strain of AIDS out there that you feel me like gonna catch anybody slipping. It's gonna be airborne.
It called Charlie Sheen.
You feel me?
Oh, man.
Bro, I have a Charlie Sheen story. So I used to I was selling dope to Charlie Sheen, and
You gave it to him.
I gave AIDS to Charlie Sheen.
Pause.
You gave him, oh shit. I wasn't thinking like that.
No, I was
talking about the needle.
You ain't get fried with him though.
No, I didn't. However, we have partied together, been in the same crib, and we were literally 5 minutes away from sharing a bill. Now, it didn't happen. What? But it was this close to happening. And then within a week of that, I used to sell him, but like within a week of that, it came out a few times. Not super frequent.
I'm saying, is he like, oh, hey, Lush?
No. Like, it was like, no, and he never actually called me. It was like there was this other person that I was around that was like kicked it with Charlie heavy and when he was like, when he wanted it, he would reach out to him. And I happened to be the plug for this person at that time. Okay. And then they reached out to me and were like, hey.
Yeah, I got some crazy stories too about some Clippers that used to get down like that.
Oh, are you talking about what's his face?
Blake.
Oh, Blake?
Blake and DeAndre.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, now, so I want to talk about that.
That's just from being around LA. Like
Yeah. People think that stories like this are super hard to believe, but they're not. Like if you've been out here and like you knew me back when I was jugging and shit. Like I was around people. It's not far fetched at all.
My it was like my white homegirls from Venice and all that. They like, what? Blake and DeAndre get down.
Yeah.
They come get that shit all the time before the games, whatever. I'm like, damn, how they?
That's how he was jumping out the roof.
I mean, the homies used to serve E to Lamar Odom, or he was popping it before playoff games. All kinds of
NBA dudes get down. You know,
Lob City was actually Coke City. No way.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, they was getting down full. I didn't know about the Blake thing, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Like
Blake.
But the Charlie Sheen thing, literally within a week of like me almost sharing a C note with him, this fool, it winds up coming out like, yo, Charlie Sheen has motherfucking super strength airborne AIDS. You feel me? He got that tiger blood.
He's still alive.
Winning. And then within a week that came out, and I wind up hollering at the person, and I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck? He's like, oh yeah, no, we've known about this. Like, we've been known. And I'm like, motherfucker, yeah.
You were this close, thank God.
Yeah. Now to be fair, the way HIV works.
Is it bodily fluids or?
Listen, as soon as oxygen touches it, the millisecond oxygen touches it, it dies. So I wouldn't have gotten it from sharing a bill with
that. As soon as you share the same, like,
no. Once oxygen touches it, it dies. It has to be like intravenous, or like if you have a cut on your dick and you're fucking a girl and she has a sore inside her pussy.
And then
but yeah.
So everybody was drugged up. Dude, could you imagine how many girls was in there still fucking Charlie Sheen?
Oh, that's a whole other can of worms.
That's crazy. Like everybody knew, but I know he was still getting pussy in there though.
As far as the Blake Griffin thing,
Yeah.
Like, what's the story? Like, did you actually like?
They was heavy on it, man.
You served him directly and shit. Like,
no, it was like how you said.
They coming to the hood, like,
right.
What are they
calling my homeboy
with the Phantoms? They pulling up.
they drive him to the Jordan Downs.
No, my boy used to come pick it up for them and take it to them. Like they didn't come to the hood and all this shit.
Yeah.
And like,
Are you sure it wasn't for Blake Griffin? But
no, it wasn't for Blake. He actually used to be at the games with him and shit. You feel me? He was close to him, so he was like a DJ. So he was real close to him always at the game. He like, oh yeah, he told us, but you know, it's always a secret. It's like it's never getting out. Like Lamar, like. You see,
Lamar, it wound up getting out. Like, he was straight.
Once he
Lamar
quit
ended up getting out.
Once he quit ball, you seen how much of a druggie he was. Like, once he
Damn, that is true.
he was doing that while he was in
Lamar was a straight crackhead, fool. Like,
Sure.
God
Makes me
bless him.
think how much of that was going around in that locker room.
Them fools
I know.
party, dog.
That's why I
Like,
said Blake and DeAndre for sure.
look at like certain teams, like in baseball, the 1986 Mets, when you had literally fools are doing lines in the dugout. Keith Hernandez, Dwight Gooden, Lenny Dykstra.
Is it documented?
Oh yeah, this is known facts.
The NBA was full of cokeheads in the 90s and 80s and shit. Like,
Baseball, yeah, like all that. Like that was
documented.
that's a known Fendi factoid, brother, man.
Yeah, that's
Man, they lines and they hitting the
Leah's
bat.
in the dugout.
You ever
in the
heard
middle
of
of the
Dennis
game.
Rodman? Like, what you think all that
right.
crazy shit was about?
Yeah.
What you thought that crazy shit was about? He was high.
There's entire documentaries about the 86 Mets. Daryl Strawberry, shouts to South Central LA. Come on, man.
Daryl Strawberry, man, that's right. That was what you call it, Franklin from Snowfall, right there. You can pull up on 8th and Main is the Daryl Strawberry.
Shouts to Crenshaw High. Come on, man. Run up some super chat donos for the gang. Come on, bruh. Don't play with us.
Button.
Don't play with us. Make plays with us.
Like, we just keep a look.
You did. I ain't got a dime. I keep a look. Bitch, I'm broke. Why you mad? Come on, bruh.
Can't be mad because I'm broke.
Grape and Peace, Mafia Ray. You already know, baby.
Yeah, I miss you.
Yeah. Okay, so Finesse Two Times has been critiqued for the treatment of his son / artist. What's the deal, MJ?
Yeah, so Finesse Two Times has an artist by the name of Little King who I think he's in the position of caretaker or like his father. And his treatment of him has been getting criticized a lot lately, being that this young man is the age of like 13 or 14. Mm-hmm. And it's frequent. We've seen these kind of videos before, but basically the way he's talking is not the average, the way a 13-year-old's talking about, nigga this, I'll shoot this, and then posting chains, and then Finesse Two Times a great artist. I think what he's doing in the space is fire, especially coming out of prison and hitting the road and all gas, no brakes. But he has a chain that's like the Klansman chain, right? And it has like I don't know, have you guys ever seen the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he gave him a miniature version of that chain. And then that's kind of like, you don't want that kind of image for a 13, 14-year-old. But Finesse Two Times had a great point saying, look, I was advanced as a child, and being advanced as a child, that has its pros and it has its cons, but I guarantee you when he gets older, he'll be more advanced than people his age group and this and that. But as a spectator, you can only look at it from a parent's point of view and be like, damn, you kind of don't want a 14-year-old in that environment, But yeah, he's a rapper at the end of the day too, so it's tricky. I don't know where the line is.
I'll say this.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Where's the line? Like, you as big homie / father / what? But are you telling him no? Don't even play don't even get into this type. Like, where's the line?
Damn, look at my man's socks, bro. Not the Calvin Klein socks. Watch it.
Who, me?
Nah.
I don't got no. I'm wearing Nikes.
I got no type of nothing. Shout out to everybody out there. From there,
You gotta be careful with them socks in LA, bro.
And they got that on there.
Nah, we ain't got no type of.
They got the one on there.
I'll say this.
I'll buy that.
Damn, Lush just put me out.
I'm trying to help you, bro.
Golly.
Ty not tripping, but
I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at nobody's feet.
I love you, MJ.
No, I seen that battle and it was just so bad. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I
the
seen
Geechee
reaction.
thing? Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh my God! It's just
He
the
fucked
timing.
Snake Eyes up with that
Yeah,
one.
well, Snake Eye a Crip, so you feel me?
that's what
Like
made it
that's
so-
why, yeah.
You a crib wearing that.
It was such a moment. It was a moment. I was like, damn, no. I don't. Let me.
Yeah, that Finesse Two
My
Times.
bad,
Though,
bro.
I grew up with a lot of kids that was like that though. That like it's like you don't want to preach it, but it's just in them. Like,
Well,
that's just how they act.
here's the thing. I miss the young artists. Maybe because I'm old.
Like Bow Wow, right?
I miss Bow Wow. I
Where
miss
the Bow Wow's at?
Crisscross.
Yeah.
Bow Wow
You feel
was
me?
curated.
But okay. I feel like younger artists
They need to be
should
curated.
be a little bit more curated. Now, look, I'm not gonna lie. This is coming from somebody that was listening to Lil Mouse, coming from somebody that listened to TK, listened to the entire.
Oh, so you fucking with the younger generation?
Yeah, of course.
What's the new one
Of
out
course.
of Atlanta right now? Little light skinned cat.
Oh yeah, him too, and what's the dude? Lil Tyler and all.
Lil Tyler going up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That
but-
little nigga going up.
Yeah, there's a lot of, but I'm talking. I mean, Lil Tyler, I don't feel like is super problematic. Plus, he's a little older. He's like 17. You know what I mean? Like,
he's to that age.
I'm talking about like Lil Mouse was like 12, talking about like, you feel me? Don't fuck
now
around,
we
don't fuck
smoke.
around, don't fuck around and
we
get smoked. You feel me?
That's a classic.
Hard ass record. You know what I
That's a
mean?
classic.
Like, I love a lot of that music, but it also like I know that it's almost like
Damn,
I
almost.
shouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like.
Yeah, I can't be bumping like no 12-year-old.
Yeah.
nah.
I miss like
Wayne gave him
Crisscross.
the feature.
Yeah, Wayne gave him the feature. Drake wound up, you
Bumping.
feel me, shouting him out and all that. Like, but so it's becomes an issue. At the same time, this is like, I don't necessarily hold solely Finesse Two Times accountable. This is indicative of an overall culture that's going on right now,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
being accepted and mainstreamized to a very detrimental degree. Now, I think as parents, they gotta stop it. But I also feel like when it's being rewarded by the industry,
Yeah, because it's like if that's your parents' way out and you broke as hell, you think they gonna stop their kids from doing that?
they gonna put a 30 stick on a 40
It could
in
be
your hand.
just for the cameras. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, you around money now, right?
Right.
He ain't in a room full of money, so if Finesse and them in here, like he ain't in the streets. You feel me? That's
Yeah.
how most people gonna look at it. Like he's around money. He's at podcasts and shit like that. Now if they taking him out in the streets, now that's real bad. Like
Okay,
other than
son.
That's a good point, yeah.
That other stuff could be for cameras. They could do that with a camera on. You know.
Okay, son, you got to do some drills now. You got
For
to
image purposes.
for image purposes.
They could be telling his ass go do your homework when the camera's off. You feel
That's
me? You don't know.
Which is very, very scary. Like, yeah, like I hope that's not a thing. I personally can't rock with it. Unfortunately, I understand why it's happening.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't fuck with it either though, like really. But you know, I don't fuck with telling people how to raise their kids either. So
yeah,
it's
But
like
the opposite is like that kid not having a father.
yeah.
Would you rather have someone in that position or someone to be completely out of it?
I mean, you're supposed to be in there.
I'd rather him be with his rich ass father.
Yeah.
It's like, you're damned if you do, but you're damned if you don't, because you don't want a fatherless child. That's
It's just the problem with like, look, I'm a huge fan of gangster rap, drill music, ignorant rap, all of the above, trap music. However, what made the 90s and early 2000s dope was the fact that there was variety. You had that, but you had the conscious shit to balance it out.
Got the bubblegum people.
You know what I'm saying? For every No Limit Soldier and South Central Cartel, you had Outkast, you had the Goody Mob, you had De La Soul. Like there was a balance.
I think we in a space where you can't even have like boy groups no more, like B2K and shit.
No, yeah.
Like you can't have that right now. Like you gotta be super gangster right now.
Yeah, and I feel like that the whole climate that's been creative is just like it has a low ceiling, it's volatile, and it's gonna blow up in everybody's face. It already has. Let's be
like
real.
look in New York drill.
Look at
Perfect
But
example.
Look at Bronx Drill.
the top rappers ain't all that gangster like that though. The top
They not.
the top
They
rappers.
not.
Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, like
the game
top,
changers.
The top ones is not super gangster like
And
that.
I think
but all
people
of-
fail to realize that.
When do you think that'll connect? When they realize like the people on top, the cream of the crop, don't really act the way that the niggas that down there do. Like they might rap it, they might conduct themselves but when they get in these big buildings, if they act like you niggas act, they wouldn't be where they are.
But
like, when will that
the
connect?
people like Gunna and Young Thug and all these people, they millionaires too. So you can't.
That's
why
what
you
I
can't
was.
stop people from doing that type of music.
I think that's what the problem is. That there's a generational shift.
Some
Like
of them got more money than
Yeah.
the top rappers.
all those dudes that you
But
just
see,
mentioned.
outcome though.
Well, look at Kendrick. Like J. Cole came out in like 2007, 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick wound up blowing up like 2010, 11, 12 during that time. Good Kid, Mad City dropped in 2012. Big Sean a little bit before that got signed and was blowing up. Like all these dudes, you know, and Wale was popping at the time too. They're all older now. They're all in their mid 30s.
Yeah.
You know, the generation directly below it that's popping off. You have Dirk, you have Lil Baby, you have Gunna, you have all these dudes that are essentially not on that time. There's nobody that's underneath. Like the closest thing that generation has to a different voice is like JID.
JID, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Corday.
Or Corday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they image is not big enough to like.
The hood's not slapping Corday.
Corday sold 11,000 first week. So he's a phenomenal artist, but when
Right.
you talk about connecting and translating, it doesn't translate to urban
Yeah.
communities.
Nah.
He might get.
Hey, people forgot how to trick the people like how Tupac did.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of portray the gangster role, but still be talking that shit.
Ooh-wee.
Like, what the fuck happened to that? Why nobody
Ooh-wee.
doing that shit?
That is a great point
I
right
feel like
there.
Nip was doing it. You feel me?
Nip was doing it, but also again, Nip was older even when he died. Like
he wasn't with the little babies and shit. He was like with the Drake.
Meek Mill, I feel like kind of totes that line a little bit too, but he's also now older. You know, like
In his 30s.
yeah, in his 30s. A lot of these, you're
So
not
we need
seeing
like a 20-some-year-old doing that, like
It's not going to
kind
connect.
of gangster and conscious, kind of like.
There's got to be like what I said, and I said this a long time ago, and it still hasn't happened. There needs to be somebody. And I feel like this could be the biggest artist in the world if it came out. Let's say like from a city like Baltimore or Detroit, some city like that, right? New Orleans, an artist that is a combination of Tupac, Chief Keef, and like the lyrical ability of like an Eminem. And you combine that into one artist. I'm not saying rap like Eminem, but I'm saying like with like the same
I've seen it kind of before. Like it's artists that kind of got it. Like what you talking about?
close.
Close. That
Close.
I wanted
got
to.
the gangster shit.
That look like they have to have like the image of like Sosa in 2012.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
They have to look like that. They have to be able to rap as
What
good.
about Young Boy? He can't rap good as
Young Boy it doesn't have the Tupac in him. And he doesn't rap like that.
Yeah,
He's just
He
basically
don't got the Tupac like the revolutionary.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like,
would
maybe
y'all
you can
respect-
grow into that? Like
I would respect the fuck out of that.
No. I'm saying like this is what I wanted to speak to your point where you're like a gangster and conscious rapper, someone who comes from your where you come from. How do you take in that music if you know this person's not really gangster and not really conscious? Because if you're two of one, you're not really.
I'm saying he gotta really he has to really be gangster at one point in his life. He was gangster before, and then he get into the conscious shit so he can kind of do both sides.
You
Like
see-
Nipsey, like Nip.
Right, and here's the problem, and I don't like. I love Tupac. He's like, you know, an idol to me.
Salute to him.
But here's a problem with Tupac. The problem with Tupac was you're supposed to come in the game. If you come in the game super gangster and evolve into more conscious,
Yeah.
that's like I respect that. You know what I mean? You come in the game like even like look at like J-Rock. You know what I mean? Came in the game strictly on some gangster shit and kind of like evolved. And that's not even the best example, but you know what I'm saying though. If you even like when Lil Baby had that what's that called, the bigger picture.
You see the rift it caused just because he talked about something good, like something positive.
I think
But Tupac did the opposite.
Yeah.
He came in the game, you know, Brenda's got a baby, you know, I'm conscious, Black Panther, the whole first two
treat
albums.
women with respect.
Yeah, Dear
women are
Mama.
not women are
But
not
you gotta-
bitches.
Even his third album,
but
he
you
on
gotta
that.
mention that like his time in the game was short as fuck. He didn't get to be 30 or 28 or some shit like that where he can be like, all right, I'm not doing that shit no more.
Right.
He died within doing the crazy shit. Like kind of he died like where Young Boy is right now.
Right.
He like, so if Young Boy died, he would never be able to do this conscious shit that we want him to do.
And like even like people talk, I saw a comment. Shouts to Isaiah Jackson. You feel me? Bot Mafia. We in the building. If you look at like an NLE Chopper, he has the potential to be that.
He got the
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Because NLE be on that type shit. Like,
He did that spiritual shit, and then his background is credible, but
I don't know if everybody connect with his, and that's my little homie, like he from my hood.
Right.
But I don't know if everybody connect with his gangster side, you feel me?
Right.
They might go, he like the kid we wanted Bow Wow to be.
Right.
We kind of wanted Bow Wow to turn into NLE almost. Like not too gangster, but
my biggest problem, look, I'll just keep it a stack. My biggest problem with NLE is he just hasn't shown me the skill set that I like personally enjoy from rappers. You know
lyrical
what I mean?
poets.
he got a lot of features.
What did you just say? He got a lot of features.
But on the features, he try to like keep up with.
He could keep up, like he's just not. And notice I said yet because I believe he has it in him.
Yeah, because he only like what 19.
He's still 20 years old. Yeah, like he's at the point where Weezy was during Hot Boys.
for sure.
Yeah,
But then when Weezy got with Gilly and dropped the Squad Up tapes and 500 Degrees and all that,
that's why I said Pac didn't even get to that type shit. Like,
Right.
Pac was like,
we never saw the virtuoso lyricist side of Pac.
Nah.
You know what I mean? He never fully got
He
there.
had a far way to go. Like, imagine Pac at 35. You feel me?
Would have been, you know what I mean?
Would have been crazy.
Look at the difference between Jay-Z in his mid-20s and Jay-Z 10 years later.
Right,
You know what I mean?
billions of dollars.
Talking way, it went from big pimping to some
I'm saying.
invest your money type shit.
But you were speaking to like how he came in saying one thing and then did it backwards, and it's
Yeah, like the trajectory is supposed to be the other way around.
Yeah.
And I get it. He was at a really, like, I look at a lot of similarities between Pac when he got out, when he was out on bail, when Suge brought him home, and Draco when he beat that case. Because Draco, he came out.
build it
with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this my shit.
He was mad.
Stole my whole flow, everything. Like,
Yeah.
because the world was like, that's crazy.
Because like Draco's and I love a lot of Draco's music.
That was a good,
from
that's
after
a good comparison.
But yeah, like just think about
shortly after.
like he was clearly very traumatized by him being in the hole for the majority of his incarceration, being locked up for that long. $50 from Nick at Night. Come on.
Shout
That's
out
what I'm
Nick at
talking
Night,
about.
man.
That's a
Rich
dono.
boy Nick.
Shout out Nick at Night, man.
That's a real one. $5 from Isaiah. NBA is moving into that spiritual vibe. He is becoming more conscientious.
Yeah, that's what I noticed about him too. Like, that's why I said he might could be the one.
Yeah.
Because they gonna respect the gangster side or whatever. All right, I'm over that. Now, if he take them same fans, and he can do whatever. He got a platform to do whatever he want with them fans he got.
Now, keep in mind, if Nick had asked me to take my hat off, we could have done it for the 50. I said $50, 51 seconds with no hat on. You feel me? Like,
funny.
but hey,
Where they not?
hey, if y'all want to make it, in fact, because he did that, $25. If I could get one $25 dono, I will give a bald domular reveal.
Oh yeah, we gotta see it. I want to see it. I'm gonna show mine too. I got alopecia. I'm going to where AD went.
Ready to do that?
The beard got rid of the Uncle Fester comparison.
Oh yeah,
but
you right.
We gotta go where T-Rail went. Yeah, no, I'm balding up here. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
Please ask T-Rail.
T-Rail went to motherfucking Istanbul, Turkey, and shit. Yeah.
I need that information, brother.
Too young to be balding, man.
I'm stressed out, brother. I'm stressed out, man. This life.
Flacco, quit playing.
Flacco,
with me, man.
I got kids, man. I got hella kids. You feel me? I've been raising kids.
No, I feel you, bro. It's you doing God's work out here. Shouts to all 17 of your kids, homie. You know what I mean? Like, with that being said, like I was saying, but Draco's whole swag before he got locked up, when he was, my favorite Draco was Cold Devil Draco.
Yeah.
Draco that was talking about Blue Flamin' and Designer and
Flu Flamin'.
Yeah,
Ling bopping.
Yeah, Ling bopping. Mei Ling just took me shopping. You feel me?
They almost got a sponge on his good hair. He was in jail. He done.
Hey, did you ever hear Draco shout out the battle rapper Cocky as being his biggest influence?
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
dope.
crazy. He said because Cocky was just talking in his rap, so that made him like just want to talk like. And Cocky was like that.
People have no idea.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Shouts to the homie Cocky.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He said it. Draco said it on multiple occasions.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
And even like the conversations that I had with Draco and when we talked about battle rap.
Now that he said it, you can see it. Like, you can see that because Cocky was just like that, but just no beat.
He would just talk. He'd be like, "Hey, this fool look
yo
big."
shirt.
Yeah.
Like Draco was
That's
on the
dope. He took influence from battle rap culture.
He did in the most non-battle rap way possible.
The way he shifted it into his lane is fine.
Yeah. It's a very original.
That's almost nobody would have took influence from Cocky.
Like it's an obscure reference. It's not like I took reference. It's not like Daylight or Loaded Lugs or Disaster. Like he's taking it from someone that he had to be tuned in to even know who that was.
For sure. Only we know this dude. Like.
Yeah, exactly. And shouts to Draco for even acknowledging that because he when he got out, he put it on his Instagram story like, "Hey, I watched this fool's battle."
Yeah.
Like
he didn't even have to say that shit.
Yeah. That's ill. But like especially to influence such an influential dude who now everybody, half the people, 90% of the people in LA rap like
that.
Hella people in the Bay and Northern Cali rap like that. People in Detroit rap like that. Like people have Draco's style.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was just asking. I think I asked Calico this. I'm like, so where did that style come from? Is that the Detroit style or is the Cali style? I want to know what the Detroit people say. Like.
It's both. Like,
are we still in A style or are they still in our
It goes both ways. Like the influence is back and forth for sure. But what people like, a lot of people, and me being like a music aficionado, especially who loves Bay Area shit. That's one of my specialties.
They've been rapping like that too.
The Bay people, like now, there's a lot of Bay Area influence across the board. And a lot of the rappers in LA sound like the Bay right now.
For sure.
A lot of the beats in LA sound like the Bay right now. And Detroit as well. But Detroit been rapping over that mob music production for years too, bro.
Yeah, for a long time.
There's groups like Cheddar Boys.
Like, how the fuck they so far but so
about
close?
Team Eastside.
That's what I'm saying. There's groups like Cheddar Boys, Team Eastside, Trick, like people that way before Bang Gang. I'm saying way before, like in the early 2000s, were rapping like that. I love Bang Gang. But
you're talking about Payroll.
I'm before Payroll.
Oh, okay.
Before Giovanni and all. I'm talking about.
Talk to him.
I'm talking about groups like Cheddar Boys and shit. Like
what's that one? I forgot that.
Years ago.
But they always sounded had the Cali shit to them.
Yeah, and it's and look, you gotta look. I'll get deep for a second. There's a huge. Okay, every region in hip hop is influenced by the other music that's popular. There's two things that influence rap music in its creation in a specific region, right? It's the music from outside of hip hop from that region, and it's the way the music is consumed. Let me break it down. Okay. What did all your aunties and uncles grow up listening to?
Like rap wise?
No.
Just period?
Yeah.
Hip hop and R&B.
Beyond that.
Oldies?
Funk. I guarantee
funk.
They would for sure listening to Cutie Pie, you're the reason why. You feel me? Like they were slapping funk music. They were slapping
funk was just
George Clinton, all that shit. You
hear it on the
flashlight.
There was parties like
that was in the pop lock era almost like
exactly
a little bit before.
Right?
Yeah.
And where do we listen to music? In Cali, in our cars. It's all about the trunk. So we have bass heavy, funk influence. Listen to all of our rap music. It sounds like that. Sounds like the hip hop version of that, okay?
Yeah.
Now let's look at the East Coast. What's popular in the East Coast? Jazz music, popular in New York and all that. The Harlem Renaissance and all that. The saxophone samples and all that. The muted horns that Pete Rock was doing and all that. You feel me? Where do they listen to music? Ghetto blasters, headphones. They don't be in cars. They don't be in cars.
Radio Raheem type shit.
Exactly. So their music's not as bass heavy.
No,
and they have jazz samples in their music. Boom. All right, that's the East Coast. Let's look at the South. All right. What's popular in the South? Marching bands, right? Yeah. Marching bands. Drumline shit. When you listen to the music down there, it has them crazy snare rolls and all the hi-hat rolls and shit. Sounds like what? Marching bands. Where do people listen to music in the South? In the strip club. So it has the huge 808s that are booming that bitches shake their ass to. That's even more amplified in Miami. I'm breaking this the fuck down. Y'all need to donate.
Oh, no, you potted.
I'm giving y'all some game right now.
Pot it up.
Okay,
we had a funky thing. Swing on down to Cherry Step.
You feel me?
Our shit was more funk.
Exactly. Now let's look at the Midwest. What's popular in the Midwest?
Being cold as fuck. Snow.
The blues.
Oh,
the blues.
Yeah,
the blues. So it's like a slower bounce, right? It's a slower bounce. And a lot of the rappers, they got that country shit because everyone's country out there. So they got the double time cadences. Look at all the Chicago rappers, Twista, Do or Die, Speed Not Mobsters. Look at Kansas City, Tech Nine and all them. And they're rapping over the slow country beats, double time. Look at Nelly, Country Grammar. You feel me? Boom, St. Louis. Now Detroit, Ohio. Detroit's Motown. Ohio is the Ohio Players. A lot of the funk bands that we love in California, they're from the Midwest. Yeah. They're from Ohio. They're from Michigan. So Detroit has that same funk that we got.
Similarity.
And then you add the element, what's really big in Detroit, techno music is huge in Detroit. And it's always came from out there. Yeah.
Ain't know that one.
Yeah, techno is huge. There's two places that are the birthplace of techno is Germany and Detroit.
No.
Just like house music is from Chicago. And you'll, like when you heard Kanye come out, even
and all our music sound like we relax and having fun and shit.
Because we relax and have
party.
Fun. It's the climate. You feel me?
New York people, they music sound like they on the move. Like, yeah, I'm swinging through these buildings.
Like they had a time. Like they going somewhere.
They can go into the train or something, right?
You could feel, especially after 9/11, all the pressure and the music. Everything was really grim in New York for a while.
Dog, like, he the best, like, fucking character of the state ever. Like, Snoop.
He's one of the greatest characters, period.
That's just like a Cali dude.
Proper representation.
Yeah, he like,
proper representation.
He like, no, big Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Like, it sound like he's smoking and chilling, like, when he rapping.
DJ
like,
Quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that.
Party shit.
And that's why Bone Thugs fit in so good with the West Coast. Because, like I said, it's that Ohio funk.
Yeah, they from that Ohio, Detroit type of shit.
But that's why it was so crazy when in that song where Eminem, what is it, the Without Me, where he's dissing Moby and he's all, nobody listens to techno. Him being from Detroit and saying that is really fucking ironic. Yeah. Because that's where fools will slap techno in the hood. Just like in DC, they slap go-go music in the hood. You know what I mean? Like,
such a strange comparison.
Chicago, they slap house music in the hood. That's why you see, like, when house music came out, it was all black folks in the hood. That's not white music. You feel me? Like Derek May, all them DJs, they're black fools in the hood. Like, you feel me? Like, it's another genre that got appropriated and taken by white folks.
That's crazy.
Even house music is black music.
We made all that shit.
Crazy, right? Shouts to Nick at Night for the dub piece. Dropping knowledge.
Damn, Nick at Night.
Motherfuckers really don't want to see when you with our damn hat off. I seen another one.
He said 25. Lush gonna reveal what he got under that hat. Man.
I seen another Cinco piece from my boy Isaiah, bro. Y'all going crazy, bro.
Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to the chat, bro. Love y'all. I know a lot of people don't understand, but this is literally what I'm super passionate about. So that's why I could go off on these. Now that I don't have drugs, this is the kind of shit that gets.
I know you a hip hop connoisseur.
Yeah.
You know everything. Like you like the dictionary to that shit. So.
Yeah. So but that is why that's like the I say all that to say that is the undercurrent of the Detroit,
the sound.
California connection.
Oh yeah, like,
and that's why it's a lot deeper than people realize.
That shit crazy to me. Like that's crazy to see Cali and Detroit rap just.
And guess what? We've been like, it started with Pablo Skywalking coming out from Detroit, fucking with a bunch of Bay Area art.
You're hip for you to reference Pablo Skywalking.
That's the homie. Shouts to Pablo. He's like the first one, and then a bunch of other fools keep. And really, what it was like. Motherfuckers are conducting business between Detroit. They're conducting business between Detroit and the Bay and LA. And there's
so what would you say to people saying, like, I seen Greedo put on Twitter, like, that sound not popping though?
What does he mean? Like,
he mean like that sound is not the sound that's blowing up in LA. I mean, like, which artist that's doing that sound blew up?
There's that's the thing. No artists from LA have blown up in a long
time. Other than maybe Blueface?
You could say, since Blueface, I would say Blast is like the biggest artist from LA.
Blast dope.
And he's like an R&B artist. He's not like, But
Roddy Ricch?
Roddy Ricch. Absolutely Roddy Ricch.
So
again,
what style we running with? Like, what style California running with right now? Not Cali, but
I think Roddy's an anomaly.
Roddy also is like super ATL influenced.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah, him and Greedo like that.
I mean, he came out like when we first heard him, he was rapping over London beats that I try to die young, so I rap with one.
That wasn't a quintessential LA sound.
Not at all. Like it's an Atlanta sound. Right. You know what I mean? Like
for sure.
But then he wound up, and then The Box is not like an LA sounding record. And Greedo's music is not LA sound.
Nah.
Like,
Greedo is inspired by the A and shit like
he's
that.
Like got his own.
The reason why I feel like he different from Rowdy though, because he talk about gang banging and shit in the music. I feel like Rowdy just talk about a lot of subjects.
Roddy does talk about gang banging.
He say it, but not Greedo. He'll do a whole song about it. You feel me?
Greedo's just a lot more blatant with it. It's not as like palatable. Like if you listen to The Box by Roddy, which is his biggest record. That's
talking that shit.
That's a grimy record, bro.
Like the word, what he talking about?
Yeah, grimy as fuck. I just put a stick in the box. You feel me? Like, come on, fool. Like,
but it was so metaphorical. A link with the box. It was metaphorical. Though.
Yeah, you had to know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but
little white kids at a bar mitzvah can slap that. And, you know what I mean? Like,
anybody can slap that shit.
Very good. Leo King 420 game. He said Dayton Family is the first Michigan rap I heard of. Dayton Family was huge. They're from Flint. They're from Flint, Michigan. They're like the precursors to them and MC Breed. That's the precursors to all the, you feel me, the Rio the Young OG and RMC Mike and Louis Ray, that whole wave.
That's the lineage.
Dayton Family is like the original like Flint, Michigan rap for sure. Like besides MC Breed, who everyone thinks is from out here.
I want to go see now because you wonder where Rio gets his like PZ and all of them. Like, so now I got a reference point.
So to break it down, the rapping offbeat thing. Mm-hmm. I think like, and it's not really offbeat. It's right, like what they're not rapping offbeat.
It's not offbeat. It's like they losing the beat and then catching it right.
They're riding the bass line. They're not like people not like we nod our head like this, like as opposed to like New Yorkers like this. You know what I mean? It's a whole different bounce. And really, like, did that start out here? Yeah, go look at E40. Go look at Sugar Free.
E40 been doing that. Sugar Free been doing that.
Yeah,
that style like
that's nothing new.
Chief, keep the chief. What's his name? Keep the sneak.
Yeah, keep the sneak.
Keep the sneak.
Keep the keep.
Keep the sneak. Been doing that shit too, like on the low.
Fool's been. Yeah, that's an LA style or Bay Area style for a long ass time. Now the way it got popularized, that flow, very, very Detroit. Like the modern incarnation of that is very Detroit. And now like there's the Sacramento.
What you think T Grizzly brought it back?
I think Band Gang, T Grizzly, and Payroll are like the, you know what I mean? Like, they're like Babyface Ray a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that whole. But T Grizzly is the one that really.
T Grizzly, because he started coming out here when that song first popped. I thought he was from Cali.
That song popping off that
sure.
first day out, that was really what set it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
then a lot of people started doing that.
Started rapping like that.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a whole, even now, like there's different variants of the offbeat flow.
Yeah.
Like there's the Stockton version of it that like EBK Young Jock do. And like, there's the Draco version, which then there's the Sacramento, like the DB Bowda Bag. Like they all, fools are flipping it in all different ways. If to an untrained ear, is going to all sound the same.
What's they call Baby Stone Gorillas?
Baby Stone do it. They
He's Project Twin.
Baby Twin, yeah.
Twin,
to be honest, the way Baby Stone Gorillas, they damn near sound like Silk the Shocker type flow.
they be losing the whole beat.
They're just like
they be on the mic. Where it go? Oh, there it go. Now we in the hood.
I think with E Killer being able to model, what's the word? Melodize everything. He kind of keeps everything on track, so they can get loose. That's what makes them such a dynamic.
I love them. Yeah.
I give like just having criticism about them is dope, just because it's something new. You have someone who strictly melodizes but can rap. You have all these different kind of characters, and one of them has a Detroit sound. I don't know if you. He has like a strong Detroit sound, and then you got P4K.
P4K is the best one to me. Like I fucks with bro heavy.
Are you saying best one or most talented?
My favorite.
Okay.
I enjoy his raps. Like when he's on the song, they're all dope. But I feel like he's like the best rapper out of them, low key.
Best rapper for sure. I would say most talented would be. He would be like similar to like the young T.O. of their group.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like P4K is like Slimmy B or like the boy. Right. You know what I mean?
The boy.
He like the boy of that group.
But yeah,
and the dude that sing is like young T.O.
Strong.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll take that. That's a good.
And now look, we all thought that young T.O. was gonna be the star from SOB, and it turned out to be the boy.
Even though T.O.'s on a resurgence, the boy has made a strong name for himself since the breakup. Like that's crazy.
He's killing it, fool.
He stands strong independently.
Yeah, and I was always a Slimmy B fan. I was like, but he's been the least active out of all that shit.
Right. Yeah.
I wish SOB RBE would just get back together, because that group was fucking. They were making fire music, bro.
Oh my god,
it's never gonna happen.
They changed their they changed the whole bass sound. Like they really put the Bay on the map. You got to think they were on the Wakanda fucking soundtrack with Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick
from Vallejo.
Yeah.
They changed the game for their shit.
Yeah.
Like they did some shit.
I'm not gonna ever say they put the Bay on the map, because the Bay been on the map.
Sorry,
but for this generation,
right.
They definitely like knocked down.
They got errors for sure. They got E40 Too Short in them. Then they got
Salute
who came after them right there after E40 in them.
After E40 and them, then it was like San Quinn, Messy Marv. Before Filthy and all that, it's like Messy Marv,
Sibo.
Sibo, he's from Sac, but Yuck Mouth and all that. The Loonies, 3 Times Crazy.
Yuck Mouth and them,
3 Times Crazy.
After them probably was like D-Lo and them.
$10 from Isaiah. Yeah, I love D-Lo. Come on.
We don't give a fuck about no. We'll snatch yo ho.
Yo, we'll snatch your hoe and take it to the.
I love you, you bitch, but you played me. Come on, fool.
O3 and D-Lo got a song together too.
Yeah,
you heard that shit before?
But I get what O3. By the way, Cocaine Bots in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. We going crazy in this bitch. I feel I love Detroit. So like I'm a huge. That's one of my homes away from homes. But I feel what Greedo is saying. Like that's like a huge sound that pushed the underground and influenced shit. But we haven't seen a lot of mainstream success.
Is that none
from
really.
Detroit in that regard?
Oh, from Detroit.
Or LA.
Not LA.
With that sound.
I'm like Detroit might have got more success than us.
And then even
got Sada Baby, T Grizzly.
Yeah, now
What was this?
Baby Money, Babyface Ray, like
Yeah,
there's a lot.
Pac-Man,
Babytron, like
yeah, Babyface.
I think it's because of where they are geographically, because they're close to New York and the East Coast,
They are
so they
closer.
can go do that. And they can have notoriety in the West Coast. But West Coast music doesn't travel as well as East Coast music.
Not to mention the DJs never play our shit.
That's a solid.
Like our shit whack or something. The DJs is not playing it.
And there's been multiple times we've been blackballed, but just like the LA Detroit connection is even deeper musically, because if you look at, there's a lot of all the Madlib and Jay Dilla connection, and then all like you know what I'm saying, all them dudes and Elzai and Royce and all them coming and fucking with LA artists. So there's a lot of levels. So
Even that M and them came out here. You feel me?
but yeah, exactly. M and Dre. Basically, they're our cousins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's-
Long story short,
They are cousins for sure.
Detroit are our Midwest cousins.
Yeah, they
And
is.
we rocking with them forever. Next story, because we could talk about this all damn day. R.I.P. to the man Jerry Springer, bro.
Man,
What?
gave us some of the best school days, suspended days. Man, he made it poppin'.
Man. Jerry.
No, but
Man.
can I say one?
Showed us
just
them
to
titties
fuck it
every
up for
day, relentlessly. He didn't give a fuck.
Nah, not at all.
But don't we trip on culture vultures? But we love us some Jerry.
I don't feel like
I don't think Jerry was the coach.
Why? Okay, so
He exploited white trash.
white
And black and every race.
he
Like,
just exploited trash.
trash, period.
Yeah.
Like,
But-
if he was black trash, Asian trash, I don't. So
He gonna put you
what
on
do
blast.
exploit?
He's exploiting the lower socioeconomic classes.
I definitely don't
every
think
race.
it's biased, but
He did. If he just kept it like, and it was like just all black folks, then it would be like, oh, Jerry,
what if majority of them
you
were
making
black?
us look bad.
Would that change anything for you? If like majority of episodes were black, would you be like, damn?
I feel like me growing up watching Jerry Springer, I've seen every race.
You kind of right.
I wanted to see the blacks though, because they fought the hardest. You feel me?
Right. I mean, I just seen the criticism and I was like, damn, I really didn't think that deep. I just was growing up watching the shit, but now I seen some of the criticism.
He put half a man on stage. Like the man had no waist. Like a man just with arms. Like still, he exploited everything. Handicap, fucking fat,
Yeah.
baby mamas,
He gave no fucks.
transgenders.
People are like searching. It's beyond virtue signaling. They're like virtue searching. You know what I mean? Like trying to find something.
If you liked him when he was alive, you might as well keep that same energy.
I just never got like an exploit. I feel like he exploited poor people, if anything.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean, and like really, he's just putting a camera on them and they platforming. He giving platform to them. They
Hell
go
no,
act
that
all
nigga
that.
used to rest in
Come
peace
on,
to
man.
Jerry, but he
It
was
was funny. It was funny.
instigate.
Yeah, he was instigating like a
He was instigating.
That's what Maury do too. Like they all do that shit. Like,
Maury is Jerry's son.
yeah.
1000%,
Yeah,
bro.
Maury, like I outlived your ass though.
Not only him, Steve Wilkos.
Yeah, he's like, there's a whole.
Steve did that, yeah.
He has a whole
Steve
lineage.
is really Jerry's son, like Steve.
Wasn't Steve like? Didn't he
He
get?
used to like work for the show or some shit.
Didn't he get caught touching on some girl or doing some weird shit?
I remember seeing some things surface about that.
There's some allegations.
Yeah, I think I
He was the one taking up for all the bitches.
I'm gonna even say Dr. Phil is like for sure Jerry's son. They're all
Yeah.
Jerry's sons.
Jerry
Jerry?
started. that.
Okay, I probably wouldn't know. So Dr. Phil's after Jerry?
Hell yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I seen Dr.
He's 23
Phil
years
when
old.
He was young.
Oh, he's 23.
I seen Dr. Clip when he was young. I'm like, damn, Dr.
Jerry
Phil.
been showing us titties since the 80s down there, man.
Yeah.
Jerry was
That was
popping
a long-
back when it was like Geraldo Rivera, Sally Jesse Raphael. There was like a
It was
whole
like Ricky Layton, all them
Ricky
motherfuckers.
Lake,
That's a
Jenny
whole-
Jones.
That's
Yeah,
not even a
Jimmy
part of the Jay Leno.
No. This is the daytime. Like it was. Oh yeah.
Jay Leno and them nighttime.
Hey, Geraldo was hard because he used to have like it'd be like he was. You could tell
That's the one
Geraldo.
with the big mustache.
Yeah. Geraldo Rivera.
Yeah.
You could tell he wanted to be like a legit journalist, but he was just stuck doing this like.
Yeah.
But
Stupid shit, right?
yeah, this fool would
I took him
have.
serious. I took her right.
This fool had like huge brawls between like he had the Crips on with
Yeah.
the Ku Klux Klan, and they wound up getting in a huge brawl.
I
like,
remember that shit.
yeah.
That shit was crazy.
They let it go on.
Jerry used to do that type of shit too, though.
Jerry, but this like
Jerry used to have
Jerry
like
was early on the way.
the Klan members. Then he have like fucking some Muslims or some shit.
Yeah,
like the Farrakhan type.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that probably got the highest ratings ever back then, like before the internet.
He knew what he was doing, but I think that I hope that Jerry died a graceful, painless death, and hope he wound up leaving a lot of money for the next generation.
Nah, I doubt it.
Well, you gotta think that show's been syndicated for how many years?
That's some guap, but I don't know.
Who we got as the new Jerry? Who could be a new Jerry?
Do you think he was doing like hella blow and like hookers tracks and
hell yeah. He was fucking hoes like that was Hugh Hefner right there.
Oh, we forget. Stephanie brought it up. We forgot about damn Montel Williams.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Montel, the first bald guy. On my
looked like Tupac uncle.
Yeah,
yeah.
He used to get serious too. Like, calm down. Like, we can take this shit out back.
Who's the next Jerry Springer? I'm gonna say, by the looks of things nowadays, it could be.
It ain't no more.
I feel like No Jumper's going in that direction.
That's funny. Adam.
I'm not even lying. And I don't even mean
wicked.
I mean,
no, because no lie, like that, like 3-4 months straight, y'all motherfuckers was having fight galore.
Beyond us,
I was like, nigga, beyond like so many fights on the pod.
So I'll say what happened in No Jumper with us is somewhere in between Jerry Springer and
a reality TV show.
Like Jersey Shore.
Yeah, a reality TV.
Y'all fucking exposed each other.
And with like
shit was going on.
With a dash of Howard Stern thrown in the mix too.
Yeah.
Because we're all like such weird, eccentric characters you can only find in like the Howard Stern universe. Like I'm for sure the Artie Lang of, if you ever watched Howard Stern, I'm for sure the Artie Lang.
Oh, perfect. And we know who Beetlejuice is.
We know who Beetlejuice is.
I don't know.
We know who
I don't know. Tell me.
He's saying Flacco is Beetlejuice.
I never said nothing. The same way he didn't say it. I just said we know who Beetlejuice is. That's all I said.
Hey, like Pun say, stand on it. You feel me?
No, here's the thing. We're gonna. This is. I had a video of this on my platform.
Gonna step back up to the mic. And
Hold on. We gotta squash this. We gotta squash this for the youth. Honestly, I get it. Everybody's and stand on business when you're talking about that. Are you gonna stand on business in Spotify doors?
What do you mean by that?
Because when you say, you heard what Pun said, stand on business. Stand on business sounds like a volatile message. So for someone who's trying to conduct business in these rooms that we're being blackballed and we don't have representation from, imagine if I go stand on business. How is it going to be for the younger generation?
I don't think that's what Pun means by stand on business.
I mean, when you say stand, you heard this, like stand on business. I just say, hey, you got this. So we gonna fight because we have disagreement?
No. What stand on business means, and Pun could confirm or deny this, but Isaiah Jackson said Dr. Phil is a corporate version of Jerry. Yeah, very. It's like it's the moralistic version. Absolutely. Yeah. What Pun means by stand on business is, if you gonna say it. Say it with your chest.
I done said it with my whole body at this point.
But that's what But like, if you saying like the reason why I said that in reference to that is when you're going like, hey, Beetlejuice is the guy with the thighs. Yeah. You're talking about Flacco.
Yeah.
So
it's shots like subliminal, the same way he's subliminally. You know what I mean? Two could tango. It takes two to tango. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it takes two. But I get what you mean. Like, if you're going to say it all the way. But if I want to say certain things, I said it. If you've seen any of my content, I say. But it's just like, that's a little subliminal shot. I don't want to be aggressive.
It wasn't too much.
That wasn't crazy right there.
Because that's what's going to make it harder for us to have to sit down or for him to keep blocking these doors. Oh, aggressive when the fight. Nah, bro, don't do that. We've seen what happened on the biggest stage. We've seen all that stuff. Let that type shit go, bro. We from the same country, bro. We experienced the same struggles. Both our villages is going through it right now. Fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Like, I would like to see y'all on the same. Like, I fuck with both of y'all. You feel me? Like, Flacco been my mans, and like getting to really chop it up with you and kick it with you. Like I said, like you have a lot of. You're a good podcaster. I don't give a fuck what people say. Like I
said this about you 3-4 weeks ago, sitting right there, bro. I said I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The paradigm of information that you operate from is second to none.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You're
What's up?
no, you're a dope podcaster, and like that's why, like I've been said at the beginning of the episode, I believe you have talent. I think you're going to go far in this space. I think there's
that means a lot coming from.
there's enough room for both of y'all, and I don't think it needs to be like that. I would like to see y'all squash that, but I'm gonna stand out business and say that that No Jumper is the modern incarnation of that. When you have like, you know, you got what's the content over there? Like you got John Zerker arguing with OnlyFans girls. You got you know what I mean? You got transgenders arguing with racists, and you know, like all these like different
hey, you might be onto something. He might be Jerry Springer over there.
There's a Springer-esque energy, and I'm not even saying that.
They got the fights, they got the transgenders, they got the porn stars, they got everything.
I'm not saying that in an insulting way.
No, I see it now. I see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
It's not a joke no more.
Yeah. With that being said, R.I.P. Jerry. You feel me? We gonna rock with you.
Jerry.
R.P. Jerry, man.
50 Cent bought a 985,000 square foot space called G Unit Studios.
Yeah.
Where is this at?
I don't know where it was at, but I had to clip it up.
Can you find out where it's at?
Because we got to think about it like this. If he's investing this kind of money and he has all these things in store, we got Power, we got BMF, what the fuck is 50 about to do with this? Like,
Well, I think that he's trying to get his Tyler Perry on. Tyler Perry.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, you know, Tyler Perry got that.
Space in Atlanta.
the biggest production studios
Georgia.
in the world.
Yeah,
In Georgia?
In Georgia.
That's crazy.
which is bringing huge things for the economy.
He
out
got
there.
a job for all of us out there right now.
Right now, just
Shout
come
out-
show up with a resume.
Isaiah just got you beat. He said Flacco was stuttering John. Oh my God, bro.
Oh, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to wherever you are, buddy.
That's one of the.
What do you
that's
call
that's
that
Pop
squad?
Mafia.
What
Bob
did
Mafia,
Stern
shout out
call
to
that
Bob
little
Mafia.
squad?
The Odd Squad.
Yeah, like it was like a squad full of crazy.
The Whack Pack. The Whack Pack.
Yeah, so
the Whack
Cat
Pack.
Pack or some
Yeah,
shit.
the
like-
Whack Pack.
Yeah,
That's
and
what-
Beetlejuice always he was the main one of that shit, right?
Yeah, he was. Now, what I want to see people. I'm wondering if where 50 Cent got this at. Did you find that yet?
No, I'm looking right
But I don't understand why people don't buy in like the Gulf Coast, because everywhere in between, like New Orleans and Florida, it's basically uninhabited. And there's all this land that's right on the water. Like I could see that being. I feel like that's going to be the next real estate boom.
It might.
That people
like right up in where? What states though?
Like towards the edge of Florida, like northeastern Florida, and then like what's right next to it? I think Louisiana, anywhere between Texas and Florida,
people,
right there.
yeah.
How close to the water are you talking to?
On the
You gotta
water.
Remember weather conditions.
Yeah. But there's bad weather conditions all through there. Like there's already hurricanes that are affecting Louisiana, that are affecting Florida. If there's a proper infrastructure built there, you can combat that.
Yeah. They probably want to do it in the dry spot. but
Shreveport.
I ain't really looking.
Shreveport, all that. Yeah, there is a lot of swamplands.
That's
but, yeah.
where he's at. 50 Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, you hit it on.
What did I? Come on,
Exactly.
Lush.
Shot.
Come on, Lush. You smart boy.
Right, exactly, right there. That's crazy.
Yeah.
crazy.
Shreveport, Louisiana. Yeah. Thank you, Big Ralph. But yeah,
He leased it till 2057.
Oh, you gotta love what
He
he's
leased it from the city.
Oh my God, 2057.
So it's already a space. That's crazy.
so it makes perfect sense for him to build there, and that's gonna
He probably finna shoot all his.
So what I was told, the reason why people won't develop there is because there's not enough jobs. But if someone like 50 is going to build and provide the infrastructure, then boom. Normally in places like that, the biggest industry is like prisons.
Yeah, I go to a lot of these states and be like, damn, where people work around this motherfucker. Like, it ain't built like LA. Like, we see jobs everywhere out here. But when you go to like Louisiana, you like, damn, no wonder they so poor. There's nowhere to work.
When you go to Central Valley, California,
They gotta like become a truck driver or something to get some real solid money. Like other than that, it's like not job. It's not fucking Forever 21 and all this shit.
right? It
all
doesn't
everywhere.
exist.
I wonder, like, does this kind of jeopardize or alter I think he's going to try to cut out. Well, he's not going to try. I think what he's doing is fantastic. He's cut out the middleman completely. Now I feel like HBO and Stars, if he's using their facilities, now that he's doing things in his own facilities, imagine what that does for the independencies. You know how he's working with HBO and Stars and shit. I feel like he's fully going 50 cent production. G Unit Studios, G Unit. Like it ain't no HBO. It ain't no Stars. This is my shit. We run like to compete with Fortune 500.
Well, now that the technology is there, and people like, if we wanted to, if we had the dough, we could launch our own streaming platform. We could launch our own version. Like Netflix is losing subscribers on a daily basis.
Well, you see title
because there's so many, huh?
There's so many
different streaming shits, huh? Why they losing?
Because it's like this. So it's an ever evolving way that we consume content. You used to be able to only consume television content.
Yeah, that's it.
And your TV, and then you needed to have cable or a satellite dish.
Oh, but now we got phone, this.
Right. So it's a lot more. And then look at like YouTube, that used to get scoffed at by television, but now on YouTube you could watch CBS, you could watch Fox, you could watch CNN.
So they got deals with YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube's owned by who? Google.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say Disney.
Google owns YouTube.
Damn.
That's why your Gmail's connected to your YouTube account.
Duh.
Switch is owned by Amazon.
Switch on by.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why neither one of them platforms going anywhere.
Yeah, they all competing and shit too.
But that's why it's like, look, you got if you have enough venture capital startup companies like Caffeine are being launched, and a lot more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
that's pretty much par for the course right now. So I think 50 could launch his own. Either if he doesn't get $1 billion
funding
for like a company like HBO or some shit like that, he will launch his own shit
in house.
They got to give him a lot of money because he been threatening to take that show.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think he trying to leverage them like that when him doing that.
They saw that picture and was like, hey, bro, what you on, bro? You got to chill out. We got the bag for you, bro. You don't need to buy none of that type shit.
Tyler Perry this shit.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a joke.
Now we got a few more stories. We've been live for a while. If we get some fat donuts, we might keep it lit for a long time. But you feel me? A few more stories I want to touch on. I said the other day back on Fig that I'm not a Jack Harlow fan. He dropped a new album. I know it's probably going to be very successful. I took a little bit of a listen to it. You know, the kid can rap.
He can rap. He got bars.
He can rap. You know, like, he makes some bangers. It just, for some reason, it don't do it for me. Like, they slapping Jack Harlow and Watts.
Hell no. Didn't even know he dropped. I didn't even know he dropped. But I want to give him a listen though, like for sure, because his name been out there for me. All I heard was First Class. That's the only song I ever heard.
Right.
Nothing else.
Well, you probably heard that.
I can't even judge him.
That What's Poppin' song with that one beat that everybody was rapping on.
Brand new whip was poppin'.
Yeah.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that was him. Brand new whip.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was solid.
I think as an artist, he has all of the intangibles. He has all of everything you can use. He has the charm. He has the on-camera personality. You can see how he interacts with Drewski and other content creators. But when it comes to music itself, it doesn't translate to a lot of urban communities because a lot of the views might come from these TikTok dances or these TikTok trends that go up. But I don't really know too many niggas that's jumping in a car and bumping Jack Harlow, which much love and respect to Jack Harlow, but I haven't been in too many cars.
But we black as hell. He African. So we ain't listening to it. We got to ask the people.
All right, Rick.
Good question.
ESTG, who's from his same city, I like how he puts on for him. He puts ESTG on a lot.
Yeah, he's dope I like that collaboration they have.
I like that dynamic. I'm
gonna go check that album too, because I've been seeing people talk about it.
Yeah.
He got 3 songs.
Now he made a comment that he's the hardest white boy since Eminem.
Yeah, this goddamn.
Who could rival that?
What?
I fuck with.
I'm just asking. I'm playing devil's advocate.
I can name a lot of them.
First of all, Mac Miller. Mac Miller was.
Oh yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, he lost
Paul
his mind
Wall.
with that.
Paul Wall. Mac Miller.
He haven't passed Paul Wall, right?
Does MGK prior to his transition into where he's doing now? Does he get a Is he in that battle?
I'm gonna take Jack Harlow over MGK.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Jack.
Prime MGK.
And I like.
I'm a wild boy.
Yeah, I like that song. I like I like the joint with Jeezy. I like the Chip Hop Block.
Prime MGK probably was better than Jack.
Maybe.
I don't
That's
know.
what I was
They
like.
like.
And then I like when he did Eminem, the rap devil.
Yeah, he kind of went hard on
Kinda
Eminem.
solid.
He did.
If you could get some buzz off it, I don't think Jack can do that.
Although Eminem wound up getting on his helmet.
Imagine Jack dissing Eminem.
No, that ain't going.
That would-
and Jack could rap. You feel me? He
Jack got bars.
But do he got what it takes for people to be like, all right, you can diss Eminem?
Yeah.
That
I'll
shit'll
say
be
this.
Crazy.
I'll say this. That Millie's dude is way harder than
Ooh, Millie's has been.
Man,
Shout out to
fucking Bubba
Jada.
Sparks.
Bubba Sparks. I for sure take Bubba Sparks
Bubba
over him.
Sparks, man.
Bubba Sparks was hard,
Like,
actually.
musically, like he was better than Jack Harlow for sure.
Lil White.
Hold on. Shout out to the young generation, Babytron.
His Babytron's not fully white. He's actually mixed.
okay.
But
Hey,
And Heat is not fully white either.
Hold on, like how could we forget this one, my boy? Drake. Drake, the best white guy since Eminem. Clearly, the fuck. Drake is white.
But Drake,
Drake, nigga, that Drake is the best since. So we not count Drake as
Drake Daddy black as hell. For you from
seen his mom?
Memphis. His mom hella white.
which one he look more like, white or black?
He got a good percentage, good combo.
That's fucking hilarious. Regardless,
Drake, the best white rapper out right now.
if Drake's a white rapper, he's
from
the best
Canada
of all time. Yeah,
He's from Canada.
Canada got some hoods though.
He had all the attributes that black people would have got dissed for. He got all that.
You're not
Right?
wrong.
If I was a black guy from fucking Canada rapping, what the fuck? Get out of here. Only one made it was Tory Lanez, baby. Made it out of the Canada.
Press is hard.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's other.
But Drake kind of opened the door for everybody.
He did. Like, there's a whole wave in Toronto. Like,
Yeah, Drake
Blaga, Northside Benji. There's like a lot of dope rappers.
You know my name.
But Drake get the I think he get the white pass.
30,000.
You don't think so?
He gets like what Drake is the greatest Jewish rapper of all time.
Oh yeah,
Easily.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
So
Hold on, Lil Dicky.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
What's that dude name? Asher Roth.
That party last night had me wasted.
Asher Roth is better than Jack Harlow.
Low-key.
Asher Roth. I love college.
I can get a pizza slice for $2.
Yeah, sick.
Hold on, it's more people, man. Y'all not.
My boy Asher Roth made a hit song about date rape and shit.
Wow.
That's what that I Love College song is about.
That's crazy.
Is that the breakdown?
I mean, that's kind of how I took it. He's just like, get naked. He's talking about like spiking punch bowls.
You ain't even know it.
It gotta be
You
a,
even-
it gotta
like
be
that one.
another white rapper out there.
Yeah, there's a lot though on the underground level, like OT the Real. There's a lot of
I'm
like
trying to think of the big ones though. Like it ain't no.
we named the
Since Eminem, that's all we can name.
because like LP is before Eminem. You dude from Run the Jewels, like who's from Company Flow before. There's a lot like from before. You know what I mean? Eminem, but
What's them dudes that used to Limp Bizkit?
yeah, we're not going like we're not talking about the Ill Bills and MC. Like we're not Beastie Boys, MC Search. We're not doing all that.
no.
We're talking about
After-
since Eminem.
After Eminem. Eminem.
After Eminem.
Damn, it's none. But Paul Wall.
Paul Wall and Mac Miller are the real answers. And I'm gonna even throw in Bubba Sparks.
Yeah, Bubba Sparks was better than Jack Harlow.
I'm gonna throw them in.
Did y'all forget Bubba Sparks?
All them other people you mentioning from the
Ugly.
early '90s, but
Yeah, I guess that's it.
so I ain't slapping no.
G-Eazy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I ain't fucking with G.
Why?
Sorry,
why
Gerald.
was that so like Jeezy cool?
Yeah, I'm just, you feel me, like
You don't fuck with G-Eazy?
He didn't got the cosign from Legends. His whole sound.
he did, and like the Bay loves him, so I gotta have a little bit of. But I just like I used to do shows with G-Eazy back in the day
shit,
and
okay.
shit, and he was cool. I got nothing bad to say about him.
Talk
I
about
just-
Yo.
He said, "Let me think about it." That's all good.
Yo.
We'll
say-
let that bus pass, bro. Let that bus pass.
If I say what I'm gonna say, people are gonna look at me crazy.
Yeah, let the bus pass.
So there's no point. But let's just say there is another white boy that was rapping in the Bay Area and getting a lot of love at that time. That a lot of swag was taken from. That's all I'm gonna say. And people that know. If you was in the Bay, you know what the fuck is up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but there's another white rapper that's killing Jack Harlow.
Don't say Mac Miller or not Mac Miller, but what's the dude from Seattle up there?
Macklemore? Nah.
Yeah.
Riff Raff.
Shout out Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, bro.
Culturally, his influence. I don't know. I think.
Riff Raff.
Would you say who has more of influence, Riff Raff or Jack Harlow?
Rapping wise?
Riff Raff. Way more.
Riff Raff, he been having a long run, low key. Like people been doing Riff Raff.
And then like that's true. People brought up Post Malone, and then you got to bring up
Post Malone.
Then you got to bring up all the.
White
He's not
Iverson.
really a rapper.
White Iverson was the closest thing.
I love White Iverson.
That was the closest thing we got to like a hip hop post.
Until I see him rapping. I can't put Post Malone with the rappers. Do he have a rap song?
No, he doesn't.
Oh well, I can't.
And then you got all like let's talk about the SoundCloud wave, all like the Lil Peeps and Pooyahs and Bones,
Fat Nicks.
There's Jack Harlow's not even in my top 40 white rappers.
Nah. Jack Harlow's. What is he crazy?
Yeah.
He must.
And then if we go battle rappers like Big K, I'm taking Big K over. You feel me? Like
Jack Harlow is not the best.
Nah, fool.
Eminem. Hell.
Nah.
You taking?
You got to be here for at least 5 summers or some shit to say that.
Yeah.
How long Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow didn't even have no hair on his nuts 5 summers ago.
Would you take Big K?
He didn't even know that Brandy and
A-Ward. There's another one.
I was like,
A-Ward.
But we talking about on tracks. Do they rap?
On tracks.
All right.
I would rather hear a Big K song than a fucking Jack Harlow song. That's just me.
All right, now y'all pushing it.
I'm just keeping it a sec.
No, we said, but he don't got the status yet to say
He don't.
he's better.
He don't.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's just something you could debate.
And Post Malone, he don't rap.
Yeah.
He a singer.
That shit is still a bold claim regardless.
Don't like that shit.
All right, so break down this Joe Budden and Cam'ron situation, bro.
Shit.
It's Joe Budden, Nori, and Cam'ron, really, right?
Right. I guess Cam'ron called Joe Cam'ron didn't like the way Joe spoke about rappers having podcasts. As we all know, Joe is the pod father. I'm going to stand on that. We spoke about stand on business. I can stand on that for someone who pioneered this space in a way that's prevalent in everyone's work. Like every single podcast has remnants of the Joe Budden podcast. And I can point it out.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
And Joe Budden, even previous to the whole podcast wave, was just very ahead of the curve when it came to the internet.
Yes, for sure.
With the exception of like Del the Funky Homo Sapien, he was like one of the first rappers to really pimp the internet.
He was like doing content. And
yeah. Like he had this whole, like he was releasing projects directly to the internet and was, he had this whole thing called Internet Soldiers where he would like,
I've heard that before.
He had a whole message board that he had weaponized and had people filming content and doing all that and he was like very early on the internet wave.
That's hard.
And capitalizing off of it. Like as soon as his record deal went south, he started kind of cultivating this internet fan base.
Man, those thinkers are. You see what it.
Joe the father of this shit.
Yeah, he low key is, bro. Like,
yeah, he got it popping, but like I always wanted to know, like where is Tim? He was the first one.
He was like the first. I mean,
they got the big deal or whatever.
Yeah, he was the first rapper to have a popular podcast.
Let me make it as simple as I can. Watch how a lot of podcasters introduce their segments and go back and see how Joe Budden introduced segments, introduced topics. I'm telling you, the influence of Joe Budden is prevalent in so many podcasters, whether you like it or not, unintentionally. You gotta pay homage to someone who's done it for so many hours that you've listened to. You almost become, what's the word? I don't know the word right now, but it
desensitized.
Yeah, like you don't even realize how great it is, but then you
lose perspective of it. Yeah,
it's like, damn, this nigga's been doing it for how long without any type of big backing, on his own, with the old cast, with a new cast. A nigga said it was over for him when that happened. Oh, it's over, man. You can't really bounce back. Okay, they ridiculed him from that. Now from that, he's taught younger podcasters how to properly insulate themselves from bullshit business. I'm speaking for myself. I learned that I'll never sign a bad contract fucking with Joe, because Joe showed us what goes on behind the clothes. We could be buddy, but you could be my brother. You hand me a contract that's going to 17 lawyers. We can figure that out.
Yeah.
But now we've seen what happened over at No Jumper. If you're not privy to these kind of situations before, if you don't understand the space, then that's going to hit you out of left field. But if you understand the space and you see what happened at Joe Budden, you see what happened at Gangster Crime, this kind of happens. But Joe Budden, well, like I said, what's so dope about him is he's shared the information.
Yeah, he put it all on blast.
He put it all on.
And like our most recent dono from Isaiah said, yes, we even saw him get snuffed on live stream by Raekwon in 2010. I want to 2009.
Is that true?
Yeah. He got snuffed. He was talking shit.
Oh yeah, he fired on. Who fired on him?
The chef?
Yeah, the chef fired on him. Well, he got first, like, it all started, basically, there's a list of, like, top 50 rappers or top 100 rappers of all time. And Method Man was among a handful of rappers. Several rappers rapped higher than Joe Budden on the list. And Joe Budden was like in one of his internet rants or whatever, and this is like early World Star days, too. He started talking shit and was like, of all the rappers he could have chose, he's like, Method Man? I'm way better than Method Man. Which, first of all, isn't true. No. And like, yeah. And even if it is true, like, why are you going to choose Method Man of all people? Like, he's like,
you God or somebody like that.
Like Method Man. Like, why are you gonna do that?
It was during his pill days for sure.
Yeah. He was for show off the fucking oxys at the time, like 100%. It was like Mood Music era. There's still like he had just probably put out Mood Music 3 type shit. Like, and
was the other person's names publicized? Because I've heard stories about this happening, but I never knew it was Raekwon the chef.
Yeah, I mean, it was on stream.
On the low.
It was.
Oh, that's what you see what I was like.
It was at Paid Dues Festival.
Whoa.
It was at Paid Dues Festival. So basically, Method Man responded to him. They start going back and forth. Raekwon's like, keep fucking Wu-Tang's name out your mouth. Joe says something slick back. He thought because he rolled with Crooked Eye and all that, and he's in LA, that all the Crips
it's
are
all
gonna,
good in the hood.
Feel me? But you know, Wu-Tang don't play that shit, and they're hella deep, and they got love out here too. They got their own people out here.
They got people. They got West.
Yeah, you feel me? Whoa. So they wound up running up on in his trailer and fucking socked him, and then Joe went live immediately after with the fucking cold compress on his black eye and said, "Yeah, Raekwon just snuffed me," and yeah.
Oh, you gotta respect. He went on camera. And that's so.
They trapped him in.
Yeah,
I think they like got him like to a room like this and Ray like.
They were in a trailer. It literally, like, they ran up in the trailer and made it happen. I think Joe looked like a deer in headlights when he saw him walk in.
Oh no, this is on camera.
You don't see the punch on camera,
but you see the
like
they talked about it again.
Oh yeah,
I've seen them talk about it again.
This is not no big reveal, but I was hosting a stage at Paid Dues. I hosted the stage that Slaughterhouse performed on. Like right after, it was a whole thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But what you were saying about the
beef with Cam'ron?
Yeah. What happened with that? Like,
yeah. So basically, Joe and, from my understanding,
Mason Cam'ron, they got their shit.
Yeah. Mason Cam'ron have a podcast. There's a lot of different rappers.
Salute to all the legends, man.
There's a lot of rappers with podcasts, and Joe and Nori were talking about all the, like how they're, because Nori's like the other dude that really blew up.
Yeah.
Space.
A number one thing is a big topic in the space right now. Like number one is in ratings. You know, Joe and Nori are like the upper echelon of this.
I personally think that Drink Champs is my favorite podcast.
Yeah, Drink Champs might be the one.
Yeah, sure. And I like, for me, it goes Drink Champs, $1 million worth of game, Joe Budden, but they're all really dope.
They're all
Drink Champs is one of the only ones I would sit there almost for 2 hours and something and watch.
Yeah.
So that's why I know it.
You can watch, and like he gets the best guests. No one, who else is getting Kanye?
Yeah.
And they're honest. They're drunk.
And they talking shit.
Yeah.
You can't even lie.
They spilling the beans and everything. Like,
Yeah.
they not calm about that shit.
Yeah, yeah.
He started beefs on that show. Like,
Oh, for sure.
you feel me?
Oh, for sure. Like me being like the hip hop nerd that I am, I learned a lot, and like just hearing the story, hearing Ghostface Killer talking about getting in a shootout while the Delphonics were in his car, like shit like that. You don't.
Kanye got canceled.
Kanye got literally like, yeah,
Canceled off Dream Champs.
Yeah,
Dream
like-
Champs got him canceled.
that was a huge catalyst for his
That
cancellation.
fucking
That's how you
that clip was everywhere. Like, it was on the news and everything.
The power of content.
It's crazy.
Lush World's coming for the crown, though, baby. Come on, rock with us.
Shout out to the chat,
we gonna-
man.
we gonna
Drop
get
some
somebody in.
donos.
We next up. But with that being said, so they basically were laughing about all the rappers that have failed in the podcasting space. Amongst them that they called out were Cam'ron. Another one, like, because you saw like they didn't actually say names, but like they
They
were.
put little faces right
Yeah, and one of the faces was our boy Disaster.
there. That's crazy.
And I wanted to go on record and saying Diz never had. First of all, I think it's cool that he's even a big enough
Yeah,
rapper
I'm like, damn,
to
they-
be mentioned.
That's
you know what I
crazy.
mean? Like,
He mentioned among the rappers that fell podcast.
Like, did they not mention me because I'm doing good at podcasting, or because I'm not big enough to even be named? I don't know.
Like, he's
you feel
not a
me?
rapper.
Yeah, I'm not a good rapper.
Yeah, put you on rap.
But I feel like it's fucked up that they mentioned Diz, because Diz never really made a true effort at it.
Right.
And the only reason he
How
did the
many episodes were y'all weren't even too many episodes?
Not many, yeah. The only reason he even was on that shit is because I wanted to do the podcasting shit.
Yeah.
He did that shit because of me. He never had any desire to do it.
And we all know if Diz wanted to get in his bag and really get to potting and really invest himself in, like, Diz could do that shit.
Yeah,
we
Diz-
watched his battle rap. Imagine if that nigga just sit for and do this.
Yeah.
We gonna sit and
We
listen.
got a
nigga.
lot to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
We gonna sit and listen.
I just think the space y'all was in wasn't, y'all was at no
Him on
jumper.
No Jumper, it
Yeah.
didn't really make much sense.
He needed his own shit. Like, you feel me? Where
They
he-
also mentioned G Malone, and I think that like, it's like, why are you even taking shots at these guys?
That's crazy.
It's kind of like
Because
that.
hey, they up and they down, I guess.
That's kind of what Cam
they
was
said
saying.
it in the clip. They was like, ain't it nice to see fucking rappers fail?
Joe
and
be
shit?
rubbing it in. Joe be rubbing it in. But that's what Cam was saying. He like, Nori, I fuck with you, but I don't fuck with the fact that you over there laughing with this nigga saying that type of shit.
Yeah, and look, and then Nori got mad that he publicly said that, and then he's like posting embarrassing old clips of Cam shouting him out and trying to do cartwheels and all. But it's like, to me, it's like this: if you up, you're not supposed to talk about the people that aren't doing as good as you.
Yeah, you
like, why are you even thinking about that?
All of a sudden,
Especially if it's not people you have beef with. Like, I can understand, like, you want to rub salt in the wound of somebody that, like, you used to have funk with. Even then, it's like, if I'm doing better than you, I don't got to talk about you. When I'm talking about other people that are like my contemporaries, that is because I'm jealous.
I think me personally, I think it's because what type of character Cam is. People probably feel like Cam would be clowning me if he was like.
Cam would be clowning.
If Cam was the leader of Drink Champs, he would clown every rapper out.
For
Like,
sure.
you fucking broke fuck. What? Cam is the biggest clowner ever. So, hey, he got to be able to accept that because he do that type shit. But all the other ones that caught the strays, they shouldn't have caught the strays.
Nah. Disaster, come on. But Cam's also a better rapper than Joe Budden. And
I think that's where it comes from.
Y'all rap career didn't, not Nori, but Joe rap career didn't go as far as Cam's. Like,
yeah, for all intents and purposes, people look at Joe as a one-hit wonder. Now, I'm well aware that Joe is an amazing lyricist, has a huge career. But that would be like you don't see Disaster being like, oh, Joe, like, you suck at fucking battle rapping. Like, you got clowned by Harlow. You know what I mean? Like, like, there's no point. What's the point? Like, and I know, like, I'm a fan of Joe's music. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm one of the people that champions Joe as a rapper. And I love his shit. But Cam is an all-time great, in my opinion.
Can't take that from him.
No.
Any way you paint it. But I think this is Joe's lick back. I think this was Joe's, damn, you guys were always questionable about my lyrics, but now y'all can't question Nathaniel. I'm number uno. I'm the uno of unos. So you guys better relax. Cam, you know, when we was back then, you was, diplomats. You guys had it. You guys were the one. But now I'm in this pod shit. You guys seen the type of money they offering over there. You
Joe
guys
just like what them dudes rub it in.
He doing the pod. He's like, damn, y'all did it to me in rap. I couldn't really. So now it's like the
thing is, Nori, like we never loved Nori for being a great rapper. He's a great he's like one of the best bad rappers of all time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I love
that's funny as fuck.
Nori's old music.
Yeah, he always had like a hit though, but
even going back like Capone and Noriega, The War Report, one of the best albums of all time.
That reference, like The War Report's
amazing album. You know what I mean? Like,
are you saying lyrically?
No, well, Capone was like the lyrical one. Okay. Nori was the one that stood out on every track by just having swag. He'd be like, what? Like, you know,
he like made up words and
yeah. Kinda. The slang, the vibe.
I want to go back to shit.
Almost ODB type of shit, like
almost
like ad libs and shit.
All that,
his own way of doing the ODB. He just made up a lot of words. Like Nori made up a lot of this slang and shit like that came out.
And he would just say shit like, if your heart start beating, I'll go back in time and make your heart beat again. He would just say shit like that. Yeah. That like if you like,
made it sound good. Crazy.
Yeah, it sound cool, like on some hood shit. Like I remember one of my favorite Nori songs is a song what's it called? Cocaine Business, where this fool says, yo, I had to bounce in the limo, get something to eat. Hey, yo, I'm bouncing in the limo, getting something to eat.
That was just the way he said
that shit.
He could just say shit.
He repeated himself.
Yeah. Like, Nori was hard, though. Like, 1998, him and DMX were the two hottest rappers in the world. You could throw Big Pun in there. Like, Nori had the game on smash. Yeah.
His cadence, is that what?
His cadence, his just voice, like, even all the way through, like, 2001, like, with the it's nothing. You feel me? Like, all that, like.
He started the whispering shit?
Well, he had that song. You remember, like, homeboy, I came to party. Yeah. That was one of the.
Looking at
that was a huge record. All that shit him and the Neptunes had, like.
Wait. Breaking in with Pharrell?
Yeah.
I think he's one of the first artists that worked with Pharrell.
He made Pharrell pop up.
That's
low key.
Come on, like.
The lowest of keys. Because they had, like, people don't know that the Clips.
That's crazy.
The Clips had an album that was getting produced by the Neptunes.
Don't act like Pharrell didn't do All I Wanna Do Is the Zoom 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 and the Boom Boom.
Facts.
Then take it up.
Like,
All I Wanna Do, Pharrell did
That's
that.
a song he did?
Pharrell did that.
Rex and Effect. Yeah.
All I Wanna Do.
Yeah.
All I Wanna Do Is the Zoom 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 and the Boom Boom.
So
that shit came out like in the early 90s.
Like 91, yeah.
Real shit.
He produced Rum Shaker.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know Pharrell was on that shit.
He worked with Teddy Riley, who was like the producer of Rum Shaker.
Yeah.
Like played a lot of the instruments on there and shit.
So yeah, because
his real break was that.
Yeah. Well, really, even like Super Thug.
Yeah.
Like that was like the first like hit that Neptunes had produced. They had an album even like way before the Clips had Grindin'. There's a Clip song called The Funeral, which was
Did Grindin' come out in 99?
01.
01,
01.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Super Thug I want to say was 98, 99.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
no, Pharrell took over at that point.
Yeah.
He started doing albums with Jay.
Yeah, he was it was over.
He went crazy.
He started producing for everybody at that point. Yeah. You know, Snoop Dogg, all the Drop It Like It's Hot and all that.
He did a whole album. Matter of fact, he rebooted Snoop's career.
He did.
Snoop was almost gone.
He did Drop It Like It's Hot. He did Beautiful. He did all those.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Made Snoop re-pump off on some shit.
Yeah, but like I think that like Joe has had this chip on his shoulder because he knows he's a great rapper and he don't get the respect that he deserves as a rapper. So he's like, in battle rap, we know he's a great rapper, but a lot of the masses.
Yeah. Because we hip hop people.
Right. But motherfuckers really just know like pump it up. And they think that's how they think of Joe Budden in a fucking size fucking 86 throwback.
I think it's
in
like
big
that.
Ass hat.
Yeah.
For all rappers though, because if you look at like with you, Houseful 8, all you guys are dope rappers independently, but you guys are also dope potters. So
Right.
it's like
Thank
there's
you.
some people who's just like, fuck, it's potting. I'm just watching the potters, and then it takes away from your music. So with Joe, like you were saying, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. That
Well, and he made the choice. He's like, I'm not gonna rap
great of a
anymore.
potter.
Yeah, he like rap. Fuck that rap shit.
Because he knew that, especially when he got the Complex deal and over there, he was like, I can't comment and be like, I can't speak on other artists to this degree and be an artist myself. It's kind of a conflict of interest, which I feel him on. You know what I mean? Like,
They got cocaine bots going up right there, man.
on,
They
Bot it up in here, man.
Botting up
Bot it up in here.
down the screen.
appreciate all y'all. We live like a 4-wheel drive in this thing. You dig? Shouts to
Some more of them
everybody.
don't knows.
Shouts to everybody that's tuning in. Shouts to everybody that watched Community earlier. Shouts to everybody that watched back on Fig. Appreciate everybody. You dig?
Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the conglomerate.
With that being said, yeah, I feel like he just has his chip on his shoulder and he kind of wants a way to flex on rappers. And when he sees people trying to come into his space, he's like, this is my house, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, you can't blame him, man.
I run this shit.
with that being said, lay off the homies. You feel me? Stall the homies out. 11-11, make a wish, motherfuckers. We got a few more topics before we sky up out this bitch. I know my boy Ralph is ready to get home to his wife and kids and all that.
Time. 11, oh yeah, we did a long time.
There's a few more we could talk about.
Can we shout this out real quick?
Yeah, shouts to Blasey.
Is this
You
the
feel
Blasey
me?
piece?
Nothing
I've
personal.
never seen it in person.
Yeah,
Can I see it?
that's a million stack piggy bank right there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the East Coast watching. Shout out to everybody in Europe and Africa and Asia, Australia, New Zealand. Appreciate all y'all.
It's real deal Holyfield right there.
So
Motivation.
we never talked. I think a big story, and it was actually on our fucking thumbnail, so we do have to address it. The Troy Ave.
Yeah, man.
So break down for people that don't know the whole the Taxstone Troy Ave beef, the shooting at Irving Plaza, and where we're at with the trial now.
I mean, honestly, with this whole Troy Ave situation, I honestly got to do better research to be given a full analysis breakdown. But I can give you what I've seen from what I've seen, basically. But I think I think Troy Ave made a statement today prior
Yes.
to what was prior to testifying.
He's basically just pleaded guilty, essentially, and he's going to be going. Then he's going to be wait to get sentenced or whatever. And he's been fighting this case for a long time.
Now, I think just the criticism is what he said on interviews kind of not matching up to what kind of happened in the building, right? So you see how he went on No Jumper, he went on other platforms, but it kind of sounds like the more and more he says, it doesn't sound well. But some of the criticism he receives is like snitching, being that he's from where he's from and he lives a certain lifestyle and abides by certain codes.
And what he's saying basically is, I got snitched on first, so the gloves came off.
At that point, and it's kind of harder for me being that I don't come from that lifestyle, so I can't really give you
Well, that's why we got.
Yeah, but hey, that's nice.
Like, is it snitching?
That's nice you think like that, though.
I'm trying to stay alive, brother.
Yeah, but ain't that good. Well,
So if
I don't know
if
what
somebody
really happened. I know Troy have snitched though,
right,
and
but
if somebody snitched on me first, I still can't say nothing.
so
That's how the code go.
if somebody snitches on you, are you allowed to snitch on them back?
No, snitching is out the question. Period.
But you're gonna go to jail if you don't say that they tried to shoot you and you just got the gun and shot back. That's all it is. It's on camera. If you don't do that, you're going to jail. But that's still snitching, though.
So you are supposed to get on stand and say that person snitched on. I mean, that person shot at me.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Nah, I can't do that.
You can't do it no matter what.
See that?
Even though
Because you know what comes with the streets when you up in the streets already.
but
So
somebody else took the gloves off and snitched on you.
That happens all the time.
So you just got to eat that.
That happen to kingpins, everything all the time. Like that. Do that mean they just go tell on everybody else?
Well, yeah, Sammy the Bull Garvano did that to John Gotti.
A lot of people did it. A lot of people did it.
And John Gotti didn't snitch back. You feel me?
But you know the code is no talking at all, because even if you do talk, you might still get that time. You feel me? Is he still going to jail?
He is most likely going to still have to do some time.
It won't be as bad as it would have been, but obviously him cooperating and doing what he had to do, it's not going to be as intense. But at the end of the day, he's still probably going to have to do some type of crime.
They tried to charge him with attempted murder.
Yeah, because if you're a street dude, you got in your raps, don't snitch, don't this, don't that. Under no circumstances we should see you snitch.
But this is allegedly.
Jack Harlow could. Jack Harlow, you can tell whatever happened. Whatever you see, Jack Harlow, you could call the police.
No, but he said Taxstone.
Yeah.
Excuse me, not to interrupt you, but
no, it's cool.
He said that Taxstone apparently has been writing letters to the judge, placing Troy Ave and his team in certain places. So at that, do you still have the same? It's still the code. So it's like, even though he said that, and this is alleged, I don't have.
It's like basically, I would try to lawyer up in the best way possible.
Which he
still got to eat it.
Yeah. I would have to. My lawyers will have to do the speaking for me.
Okay.
Like this guy did it, this guy. But when they ask me to get, you don't have to get on stand. It might help your case, but you don't.
But you still got to make the statement, and even like.
Oh yeah, you got to put the statement in.
Yeah, that's the same thing, right?
Such and such.
Because here, just to break down the whole scenario. Okay, me and you. I'm a blogger. You're a rapper. Yeah. Okay, I'm a Taxstone, by the way.
Hey, he was
I love Taxstone, a huge fan.
A pioneer, trailblazer in
one of the dopest podcasters.
Shout out Combat Jack.
Yeah, shouts to Combat
Rest
Jack.
in peace.
Come on, bro, the GOAT.
Come on, I'm hit, brother. I love this space, brother. Come on,
Hey,
bro.
Tax was one of them ones. Man.
I'm gonna say pre-tax.
He was one
I'm
of
gonna say
them
pre-tax.
Did he tell though?
So check this out. All right. So me and you, I'm a podcaster. You're a rapper. We start getting into beef over some internet shit that really don't mean nothing. Our whole beef starts on the internet.
There's 500 tweets between these men. 50 tweets from Troy Ave and over hundreds of tweets.
Like I've tweeted you hundreds of times. Yeah. You responded a few times, but it's primarily on me. Now there's stories like I'm gonna say like we got into it in the street and I fucking wound up checking you or this or that. But but the reality is all that we know for sure is that there's an internet beef. All right. I don't know what the streets of New York. It's not my place to speak on.
I don't know what really happened.
It's not my place to speak on that.
This is an internet thing.
Right. Okay. We wind up getting into an incident. We see each other at like a big ass show in a packed ass club. I think it's a T.I. concert, actually, is what it was. That was the shootout that wound up getting URL losing
the whole little shit.
Urban Plaza.
It was at Urban Plaza.
Yeah.
That was a specific one?
It wasn't at that event, but because of that, Urban Plaza stopped doing
they didn't want to have no more
shows.
Yeah, no more hip hop shit.
Yeah. It was a T.I. concert, right? We're in the backstage.
Fifth wall, y'all. Fifth wall. I didn't know.
I wind up trying to press your mans, all right?
Yeah.
I up a poll on your mans and shit.
You Taxstone.
I'm Taxstone, yeah. Okay. We wind up getting into it, whoom. You wind up gaining control over the pistol and shots are fired. Someone gets fucking shot. You feel me? Like, people die in the incident, all this shit, right?
Oh.
Then I wind up cooperating. Allegedly, like I wind up cooperating, and not only that, but I talk about, this fool also did this crime, and we know that he's responsible for this body, and I start saying a bunch of shit about you in the court. You're not gonna snitch on me?
Nah, because is your name in it? Is Taxstone name in the paperwork saying that you do that?
Yes.
So Taxstone the snitch too.
That's what.
Why is Troy known as the snitch and not Taxstone? That's what I'm asking.
It's a good question.
So hey,
good question.
In the streets, Taxstone ain't said nothing. That's what I'm saying. Only Troy.
I haven't seen any paperwork to speak on that.
Yeah, I ain't heard nobody from the streets or around the thing say that Taxstone said anything. Right? It's just Troy Ave. Of course, Troy Ave gonna say
Now,
telling on me.
he also, now Troy Ave did say he has a song about like taking the stand.
Oh,
and like,
taxi driver.
Oh yeah, he said it in his.
yeah, he said like, I'm going to take this. He talked about doing it. I don't know if that makes sense.
I just can't get with it, because if I say that's cool, then that make 6ix9ine cool, that make Gunna cool, that make everybody who did it cool. So nah, we gotta cut the line right there. You can't do it. Just don't talk about the streets in your raps, and then you can tell.
So it's gonna.
Jack Harlow, you can tell on everybody. You don't act like a street guy in your raps or nothing.
Can Drake tell on people?
Hell yeah.
But he'd
Drake
be like,
he be sending
Drake
shots
can
though.
get
He
on
be sending,
stand. Drake could get on stand and say he did it, and it's nothing gonna happen. He's not affiliated with the streets.
what about Meg Thee Stallion? Did she snitch on Tory Lanez?
Nope, she's a woman. She can snitch. If any man shoot a woman, you're getting told on. Remember that. That's a civilian.
What
She's
about
not part of the mafia or the streets?
what about like a girl from a gang?
Girl from a gang can't tell. You decided your fate. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do.
You signed the contract.
You go to the gang members and say, "Man, this happened to me," and they gotta handle it. That's how I go. You created your own organization for a reason, not to go tell the police. Like,
Yeah.
you see that?
It's
an
counterproductive
organization.
in a
Like,
sense.
yeah, it don't make no sense. So, I'm gonna stick to the G code. It ain't. I will hope I'm around so people are not warring with people that's gonna tell. That's all you can hope. If you got enemies out here, like how he beefing with the dude, if that turned crazy, damn, Flacco, I didn't think he was gonna go to the law.
And Flacco has made it clear that if it comes down to it, he's telling.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's not a
You
street.
shouldn't fuck with him.
And you don't consider yourself a street dude either.
No, I'm saying like
But
there
I
should
ain't
be no physical altercations going on.
Well, I don't think either one of you guys
That's-
tell over a fight.
But that was my point, bro. We both not street niggas, hood niggas. So where you getting this volatile fight shit from? Like, that's why I'm like, so
I'm the only African around here.
you get what I'm like, bro. What, like we weren't born on different
Is
streets.
your podcast?
Hey, you seen that one movie? I think it was like not another teen movie or something.
Yeah.
And then it was a black guy was hanging around, and then another black guy came in the party. He was like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing here?" I'm the token black guy around this motherfucker.
Hey, well, you know what we need to do? There needs to be a fade between you and Flacco, officiated by Michael Blackson.
Oh, that's like the craziest African lineup, bro.
Yeah.
Akon gonna be in the stands.
Akon and Burna Boy.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love to see it.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man, hey, that's for the street dudes, man. Hey, he did it first. He told first. What does that mean?
So if you telling is telling is telling.
Telling
And
is telling.
I think from what I understand,
You're not even supposed to make a statement.
what I understand of Troy Ave, I think that he don't give a fuck. And he's like, this dude is taking cost me millions of dollars of
Hey,
restitution.
we starting to
He
see.
made me lose custody of my kids. I don't give a fuck.
We starting to see in New York, none of the rappers, they acting like they don't give a fuck out there.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be a thing for New York.
Yeah.
If one more rapper come out and tell, like, say like Casanova come out and speak,
Oh, man.
it's like New York is over.
Troy Ave already saying that Mano's told, so like, and he's one of their main street dudes.
Which one are rappers told? Do we got rappers who told and came back? No.
I don't think so.
They got the scriptures.
Yeah, fucking. You got Trey D doing like 28 years in prison. Like,
Yeah.
Bulls ain't. You feel me?
Oh, they.
Yeah, Snoop didn't tell. Like shit.
Yeah. Murder case. He could
on.
have said, man, my bodyguard did that shit.
Yeah.
Not me.
Bulls, you gotta respect it. We stand
But-
on business out west.
So yeah. If you want to be in that thug life, don't tell, man. At all. Zero. You see what happened? Gunna said some stuff to help him get out. He didn't even. Well, he directly told. He said this YSL is a gang.
And it's looking slimy. It's looking. Yeah, that's the whole premise of the argument about YSL. Are they a criminal organization?
What would you do since you just a regular? If I was Young Thug, I see your little charisma, but I want to sign that dude, Lush. But then you get all into our crew and you rolling with us. So you gonna say that crew is the game to get yourself out? Or you gonna continue like, man, no, it was a rap label.
I mean, if it's guns around and it's drugs around, then you kind of automatically sign up for that.
What if your name was Gunna?
Man, I can't even what.
What if your name was directly Gunna?
Like it'd be
You can't have guns around if your name Gunna.
Niggas sign you, they pick you up. Ain't no guns, just a little weed or whatever. You go to the studio. Niggas go to the studio. You do the club appearance. You go. That's it. That okay. But now we stopping here. We finna grab this from there. We finna go drop that off over there. You seeing what's going on? We letting you know what's going on. You see what's going on. So you kind of you had a chance to be like, oh, that's. You seen shit that you not really a part of.
My thing is you taking a lick with this dude that changed your life. He took you out the hood, got you millions of dollars. Are you gonna say, nah, I'm with him, or the first chance that you get, you gonna tell it so you can get out?
Where is the loyalty?
That's what I'm saying. Is it any loyalty?
50,000 years? Nah. If it's 50,000 years,
I don't even know how much they face.
Yeah.
But I felt like he could have hold off longer than that. Like
He was at the bottom tier of the damn.
I would have been like, all right, homie, you got me out the hood, changed my mama, daughter, everybody's life. Come on, man. I can pull.
Yeah, I'll do a 3-4
I can pull some years with you real quick to see what's gonna happen.
As a civilian, I feel like you put I've got mom's a crib, all this type shit for sure. But then outside of that, it's like you want me to take a L for the shit I didn't even know was going on.
Yeah.
I didn't even know y'all be busting at niggas like that. I'm with y'all to smoke the little weed, pour the little pour up. We in the studio. Y'all shooting niggas after that. I don't know that, bro.
You know your career going with it too, though, right? Once you say these words, that whole career you have with Thug is going too. That's over.
With that being said,
oh yeah.
With that being said,
that's a tough predicament, bro.
I want to tell the chat. I really appreciate all y'all. I know that this is a very inopportune night to go live, considering there's 2 other pods that everybody was watching, but we still had a cool amount of people pop up.
That's solid.
And rocking with us. I know probably would have been a lot more under other circumstances.
We later and shit. We later.
Yeah, y'all rocking late at night. Everybody like this, share this, subscribe if you haven't already.
Man, smash the like button.
We creeping up to 10K. Let me see how close we are to 10K.
Get us to 10K real quick, man.
Then
we gonna throw a party when it hit 10K.
Yeah, you feel me? We hit 98.59. So like we're gonna hit 10K in the next couple days for sure. But with that being said, please drop some cocaine bot emojis if you want to see this lineup back, because I feel like this is a dope trio.
Man, drop the bots right now.
This is a dope trio for the news right here.
You seen how they trying to do me out here, man? Get the bots in here, man. Come on.
This is a dope. And you know what I will say? Like, obvious fools know I'll never work with No Jumper again. I do not fuck with Adam, but that Troy Ave interview he did was solid. And
that's a start. I
encourage people to watch that interview if you're interested in what we've been talking about, because the fact that he got the interview is raw to me. So
the fact that he remained journalistic integrity and remained
it was I would have approached certain things differently than he did, you know what I mean, personally, but I still think the fact that he got the interview and touched on a lot of subjects was admirable, and it's just a dope piece of content. But I still don't
with everything that's been going on, you got to appreciate the nice shit.
I still don't fuck with dude, but you know what I'm saying, in any capacity, nor will I ever, and I have no desire to work with bro in any capacity, but I'm like I'm a genuine person, and I will shout out like this shit was tight. He would never do that. He's never gonna,
you never know,
shout out some shit that I did, you feel me? But like, I think that shit was tight.
You never know, bro. I definitely don't think
I ain't gonna hold my motherfucking breath. Bot Mafia, we in the motherfucking building. Let me see.
Drop them bots.
They feeling it. Yeah. At the end of the day, I support shit that I think is dope. Even if I don't fuck with you, if you do something that I think is tight, it is what it is. Now, the final story, there's more shit that we could do, but I just want to do one more story. What is this O Block J Hood fight?
Oh yeah, man. They caught up with
popular YouTuber O Block J Hood out of LA Fitness, similar to the 6ix9ine situation, but
Really?
O Block J Hood is someone who
Is he from O Block?
yeah, yeah. So he recounts a lot of his stories on his platform, but what kind of brings some, what makes it interesting is because he's now changed his life and changed his platform into being a man of God and a word of God. So he preaches a lot of God's word. He preaches about getting the youth closer to God in the right direction, you know, being a man of God. So for him to be caught by ops or opposition still,
GD's caught him slipping.
caught him slipping, like, you know, the video's out on YouTube right now. But I just found it interesting because you might change your life, but that doesn't mean that they change their perspective on your life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
How do you
So they
feel
got
about
him
that?
after doing all that?
Yeah, like he's been in this space for like 2-3 years now, putting out the word of God. He's always putting out positive shit. He don't
But like, how was he before that?
before that, he's O Block. Like, I'm pretty sure he was, you know. around.
Nah, they should have let him. They shouldn't have did that. Like, I don't agree with that. Like,
Once you do the word of God but how do you believe it? You know what I mean? Like,
but it
from your
really
point of view.
depends on, you know, your past come back on you. So
I'm gonna say it like this, Ty. Okay, let's say, and we know you're a grown ass man. You pass, you're not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
name's active, but you're not actively. You feel me? Pushing them lines, right? Like, let's say you're in your prime of gangbanging. Okay, your prime. You're outside. You feel me? They drills, all that. You feel me?
yeah.
One of your top ops winds up turning his life and will over to God, and he's no longer trying to do that. But he done shot at your homies and all that shit and blah da 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 da, and you wind up catching him slipping.
LA Fitness, he hooping back. He just, oh shit, what are we?
Oh no, he got to get it.
There it is.
That's what I was trying to like.
He got to get it. People do that in jail.
Yeah.
Like, you be in jail, all of a sudden, like, you'll see people going to the Lord, like going to Bible study and stuff like that. Man, I ain't with that, man. I'm facing all this time. No. Bring your ass back to that wall, the blue wall. You gotta get this last squabble out.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you didn't damage other people already. You got to get yours.
You gotta pay your karmic debt.
Yeah, you can't run straight to the Lord where you got to get damaged.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's
Can't run straight to the Lord.
getting it from your perspective is like,
Oh, you got to get damaged first, man. You what? We better see you doing lots for the community.
Your ass better be preaching.
If you not getting your ass whooped, like, you got to be out there with the thing.
with the. That's what I'm like. You better be. You know how to
gotta
do
be
it.
out there with the Mr. Clark joint, like, hey, stay out the judge, y'all. Then they let him pass. But if he did the shooting, if he did that, you getting yours back.
I
man.
think what I would recommend someone in that scenario doing, if that's really how you feel, do like a donation pledge drive and give it all to your ops. Give all the money, give restitution to the families of your ops that have.
Because people for sure get passes out here.
That's
like,
interesting.
People get passes. Revive people get passes all the time.
You can't just be like, oh, I'm out. You know what I mean? You have to make that right in some capacity.
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
That's what I would say.
Yeah, if you're doing something positive.
Makes sense, right?
See, Chicago different. Chicago different. They'll get you anyway.
Funerals. No, man, that's a whole different situation. How you get someone out of funeral when? Oh my God, dear Lord, pray for everybody in that lifestyle, man.
To answer my boy Isaiah's question, the Lush World merch is coming. You Lied to Me Lush shirt is up. You feel me? We might need to have it saying "nah" on the back. You feel me? I like that. To answer another statement from a bunch of sliding, he said Lush, them vapes got bad things in them, whatever. Bro, I used to fucking snort crystal meth off the
This shit is lightweight.
Yeah, bro. This is the worst thing I'm doing. I'm gonna be all right. Best believe that.
This shit light compared to this.
But yeah, no, I don't like to hear bad like this dude got jumped or whatever. But at the end of the day,
He in that lifestyle.
you know,
Karmic debt.
it could have been worse.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, he know just to move even harder to get other kids not to do shit like that. Because hey,
Change your name from O Block. Take that O Block out your name.
that's still in his name.
I think it's just J Hood, but since he came in with O Block J Hood, they synonymous for each other.
Yeah, but you know me personally, I I'm gonna be with the game regardless.
Yeah.
And so if we whooping ass, we whooping ass. But if I seen him by myself, I'd be like, man, he on that church.
You gonna sell him out, but
Yeah.
but you 23-year-old active.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm fucking him up.
Yeah.
If I knew that was one of them, like, oh, he one of them ones.
Yeah.
He finna beat his ass. Cause he might turn back.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might just be for the Lord for the time being. You feel me? Cause
1000%.
it's getting them clicks on the internet. You feel me?
Let's see if you really with the Lord.
Yeah.
Let's see if you really with him now.
Probably go outside and still be about that old block shit. You feel me? So
With that being said, we building this platform from the ground up. This is self-owned.
Lush World, Lush World, Lush World.
Lush World gang or don't bang. I definitely ain't trying to be anywhere else. Definitely not gonna backtrack and be where I already was. I do fuck with the homies of Fig Community World, so shouts to them.
Shout out to Fig Community.
No one else I'm fucking with, and of course, shouts to the pop up for facilitating us
Shout out
and
to the
holding us down.
pop-up.
Always, we you feel me, clicked up in this motherfucker. With that being said, we will be seeing more of this lineup on the news very soon.
Yeah.
Active MJ TV in the building.
Salute.
Y'all already
partner
know, follow
player.
all them socials, do what y'all gotta do.
Yeah, I'm gonna have everybody's socials in the description. Please, you feel me? Let them know what you feeling. Keep it going. Oh yeah, shouts to the homie. Of course, shouts to Biggest Bros. Shouts to Yuri and all them. Yeah, you feel
Shout
me?
out to the biggest bros. We got Blasey Pete's here. We got House Phone Hoodie in my
You
car.
feel me? You already know. You already know. We coming live like a 4-wheel drive up in the building. Shouts to all my constituents of Lush World. Please like, please share, please subscribe. You feel me? We going crazy. Leave a bunch of comments. Hit the algorithm over that upside the head. You feel me? Like
Bring them things up.
slap it like a bitch that just made an incredible
Punch that shit.
and slap it like you would
Like the beam.
like some hot sauce that make you want to slap your mama. You feel
Nigga,
me?
punch your
Like,
keyboard right now. Punch your keyboard. Push the like button.
with that being said, we about this biatch out this biatch.
All right.
Ooh.